Today we got a deep special. I'm gonna let the guest between loved ones about masculine and feminine, about masculine and feminine energies, and we're gonna go into it and see who has the greater argument, the men or the women. Now let's start with the good brother.
District 5 here in Fort Worth, Texas. We're in Fort Worth, Texas here. And I'm running for city council in Fort Worth, Texas. Not only that, I'm half of the Xerox twins. I'm considered blue bull. And, you know what I'm saying, sitting to my left here would be,
Let her do her thing. We got the queen right here. She a strong woman. I spoke with her for a little while. She powerful.
Well, I'm a twin too, but I'm a Gemini. So
You are?
so I have masculine and feminine energy. My natural state is that way. But yeah, I'm Lynn McPherson, and I am the proud broker and owner of Key to the City Realty here in Dallas, Fort Worth.
If you're looking for a place, make sure you hit her up or hit me up, and I'll get you right to her. These is grown-ups, not kids. She look young, so I'm just letting y'all know. She's grown. All right.
all right, then you got Red Bull. I'm Red Bull. Man, I'm the other half of the Xerox twins. And we go with the red and blue because we want to, for people to start seeing and knowing that there's a force and energy because we're living in a dualistic system. And the dualistic system is the masculine and feminine, and it's represented red and black or the red and blue. So it's represented in those ways. And also, I am a proud owner of a trucking company called BQM, backwards question mark. Twin come up with it. Why ask why? Why ask why? So with that, I want y'all to say, just sit back and enjoy each individual's perspective on whatever subject comes up, and yeah, that's basically what it is. Just try, and I want to show you that this feminine energy come between the men twin. That's the only energy that would separate us.
So we gonna start. We gonna start.
Y'all get my jokes. Okay.
We're gonna start with the lovely lady, but I want to set the tone. So we're gonna discuss. We was having this discussion before I even went live. We basically discussing. I'm trying to get y'all to let me know.
Pull up.
We was discussing what exactly.
Right. Well, I want to set the tone. What we were discussing is, first of all, Blue Bull made the statement that femininity has no strength in it. And we were discussing as to where the responsibility of the femininity has when it comes to masculine energy.
Got it.
You follow me?
We going
So
No,
there's a certain balance, and the feminine energy basically sets the tone. That's what Twin always says. The feminine energy determines the weather.
Hold on, we got to start with one. So the feminine energy is weak.
No. See, this is my thing here.
No. We just gonna get to the topic.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna let her start, and then we gonna go into it. I'm just trying to get clear so they know exactly what we speaking about.
Right. So I heard someone say, if it's not white, it's black. That's not true when it's all colors. Our problem is that what we do always, because of the so-called dualistic system, we always base versus or put in competition of that which is not in competition. So just because it's not strong don't mean that it's weak.
So this discussion is basically gonna be about the separation coming between men and women.
Exactly.
And who has the better argument, the woman or the man? And then we gonna go into feminine and masculine, which is separate from man and female. Female can have masculine energy, a man can have feminine energy.
And in my perspective, we have them both, regardless of what sex. But the thing, I guess, is my concern, and has been more of an observation, is that I think there is some sort of role reversal to where you see more women operating in their masculine energy and more men in their feminine energy.
Got it. Continue.
So with that being the case, obviously that has a lot to do with the competitiveness that we see in relationships. You know, no, you can't tell me what to do. The very thing I hear, I'm a grown ass man all the time. So what I'm saying is, okay, then what are we here for? If I can't tell you anything and I'm your partner, why am I here?
Ah, that's it. You saying like men don't want women to tell them anything. What's your perspective on that?
I'm gonna tell you my perspective. In the past relationships I've been in, and I'm going by my experience. For some reason, the woman or the girlfriend or the wife, you understand, the significant other, seems, yeah, I'm gonna use different terminology. Seems
Dr.
to-
Mel Harris, who's that?
Dr. Harris. Male. Yeah. So it seems,
Peace, Miss Harris.
yes, Miss Harris, yes. Shouts- So it seems that the female tends to start treating, well, the girlfriend, the wife, significant other starts to treating the male, the man, as if give them they become the dominant role over them, like they're the children. You follow me? In other words, if I was at a house with a lady,
Mm-hmm.
and we were living
We got a
together.
disagreement with the woman. We going there next.
Yeah. So if I was at the house with a lady and we living together, right?
Mhm.
She have an 18-year-old daughter or 18-year-old son.
Mhm.
Okay. So an 18-year-old son can come in the house 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Mhm.
And the first thing she would say, he grown. But came in 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Where you been? That's disrespectful for you to come in after 3 o'clock in the morning. At 3 o'clock.
I'm gonna ask oh, they ain't agreeing with you, brother. They said you trip. Hell
I
no.
don't care what they say. That's why I say this is my perspective.
Oh man.
So my thing is, they exactly what she's saying. I'm a grown ass man, just like you said about your 18-year-old son. You follow me?
Miss Mel Harris said when they get their own house, they can say that shit. Meaning when they get their own house, they can say, I come in when I want, don't tell me nothing.
Right.
When it,
But I don't.
You get it?
that's not how it is. Because when me and Twin, when we were at my mother's home at 18,
At 12,
at 12,
at 7.
yeah, we can
considered
come
the
in.
men.
We can come in. We can consider
Right.
men.
We
We
can
can come in
consider
at
men.
any time.
They speaking from the wife perspective. They got that part, but
From
they
a
saying
wife.
as a wife perspective, how you just coming in when you want? Because you think you
Because-
grown.
Because now watch
First
this.
of all, let me explain something to you. This is what really upset me about people and taking the ideology of others to adopt that to be them for themselves. I hear a lot of times about the word shacking and how that word has become such a deterrent in our minds until I remember the people before us. It was you shacking and what have you, to the point where there wasn't a way for us to build and make families anymore because we were separated just because of the word shacking. And
It was shunned upon, right? The
Right, of
word,
course.
the word was shunned
The
upon.
problem with
Meaning,
shacking is they may be a younger generation.
shacking is when you live in a household and you're not married.
Ah.
So that's shacking up.
If y'all have
So
any
we don't get the tax break of you being there.
if y'all have any
Right.
questions, ask. Say that again.
We don't get the tax break for you being there.
What you mean? Go in deep.
As a married couple, there
Mm-hmm.
are tax benefits associated with such.
Ah, y'all hear this?
So I want my tax benefits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I guess what I'm saying is there's a certain titles are everything, and I think we're losing a little bit of that maybe
Mhm.
now in society, as well as losing the respect and reverence for males' positions. Because I do believe we should reverence the position, whether I like you or not is irrelevant. I
Mhm.
reverence your position as the man, right?
Right.
So I guess my concern and where I have some angst is because as we're looking at this thing in totality, as a boyfriend, you're checking him because you're hoping to build to a wife or a marriage relationship. And she's saying you're not, in other words, kind of moving in that direction. You're showing me disrespect, so why would I want to marry you? That's the issue.
So you're basically saying this.
Uh,
On a grown-up business level, boyfriend, girlfriend, that's kid stuff. But when
Yeah,
you
it
get
don't
into the
work.
real, there's benefits to marriage like a business that you can benefit off of, and you can't benefit off nothing playing.
Exactly.
The only way that you can benefit is because of somebody else's ideology and being on somebody else's playing field. You don't nothing benefit for me in my own. Are you follow what I'm saying? So you talking about benefiting on tax breaks? Are you serious? Tax breaks is not gonna make me marry you. Are you follow what I'm saying? So again, this is why we need to get away from all of what's being said because they're the ones that's telling the story. It's not us.
They not
I
even-
got you.
My thing is,
I got
of
you,
course,
Miss
my thing
Harris.
is what we need to do is understand that. And for the woman, she is the empowerer and not the power. A flower don't have femininity. It's very pretty. It is very light. It is very fluffy. So again, we don't see strength and we don't want to see strength in a flower. Same thing with our women. We don't want to see the strength in our women. We want her to be pretty. We want her to be significant in that which she does. Of course, you know what I'm saying? This is why we nurture her and we do what we can in order for it to be pretty.
So you saying, from your perspective, you
Right.
saying men don't want women to be strong and
I
masculine.
disagree.
We want women to be like flowers, pretty, smell good.
Exactly. We
That's
want
my
you to
exact
do
point.
what is natural for you. Of course, I got a lawn service.
I disagree, but
Okay, then. Okay,
no.
let me tell you
It's
why.
not about me disagreeing.
Okay, then.
No, I just-
got
I
a
just
lawn
want to say
service.
I disagree,
I got a
but
lawn service.
it's cool.
I got a lawn service. So when I'm cutting the yard, and what happens is that I want this grass to be pretty laid out and very nice. But when I see a root or what we consider a weed grow up in my yard, I got a problem with that. Are you follow what I'm saying? The weed is strong. And what happens when that weed grow, grass can't grow because the weed is stronger than the grass. I want the grass to be pretty.
Okay.
I want it to be nice. The same thing with my lady. I don't want no strong weed in my relationship. I want a nice, clean cut, well reserved.
Now, what if the flower?
lawn.
We going to her? I'm answer this question. I'm not gonna answer the question, but I'm gonna say the questions that's up. But to what you said,
Okay.
if the flower too delicate, then the wind gonna blow it
That's
over.
my
What's
problem.
No,
right?
That's not gonna
because
work.
that's what it's supposed to do.
blow over?
Of course, it is natural for it to happen. It's not there because that's just like a child being born is going to grow older and older. It's not going to be that pretty little old baby anymore. So stop that, people. It is natural. You're coming at your natural state, and this is why we're having a problem.
Hey, they going in on you, brother.
Yes, I know it.
All right, let's get to the questions. Then we gonna go straight to Miss Lynn, cause y'all kind of swallowing her
But
out.
we supposed to have y'all 9-pound babies and be weak.
We no, wait,
I'm
no, wait,
just saying.
wait. We going directly to you next. Hold that thought.
See, there we go again with the weak.
let me
I
just-
didn't say that. See, our problem again.
He said a flower that blows over. That's weak.
Yeah.
No,
A
it's
flower
not
can
weak.
stand- A flower
It's
can stand-
natural.
That's
It's
not what he
natural.
said. He
I
wasn't
said
talking
it's
about
natural.
weakness.
I don't
You
talk-
follow?
I don't talk
The
in
weakness
that.
came from the audience. Am I
No,
right?
he was saying
No,
men
I
don't
said
men
just
don't
because
want.
it's not strong don't mean that it's weak.
But
so again, stop using words to identify with what is real and what is natural. It is natural for the leaves to blow in the wind. It is natural for flowers to
Bend in the wind.
go down during the winter time and come back up during the summertime. We are out of our natural state. I'm not saying that strong, the opposite of strong is weak. We need to stop that.
All right, let's get
All
to
right.
some questions, then we're going straight to Miss Lynn.
All right.
We're gonna give her a nice amount of time to get busy. Okay, Dr. Mel Harris said, why she gotta be weak, where you can just blow her over? You wanna walk over some flour. Basically, they not agreeing with y'all.
They don't,
Well,
because they're
him.
not gonna, because they're
We
coming
gotta
from
respect
feminine.
them, we gotta respect the audience, so I'm
Yeah.
listening.
Feminine energy speaking. And we're
Now-
speaking from masculine energy.
Dr. Mel Harris said her first comment was about when Lynn mentioned that men always say, I'm a grown-ass man. She was saying,
Because-
you a grown-ass man when you got your own.
No,
Because that's a lie. I'm gonna tell you what.
No, wait, no,
listen,
wait.
I'ma tell you
We
what.
gotta keep an order, brother. She
Okay.
gotta go next.
Go ahead.
Now, one of them said, you sound very arrogant.
I am very arrogant. Why? Because we
Wait,
haven't
brother.
had-
We gonna get,
haven't had
we gonna
enough.
get
Go
to
ahead.
you. All right, we gonna get to, Miss Lynn. What's your take on this in regards to a woman being a beautiful flower, just smell good, and in terms
I
of
think
strength?
that's circumstantially a want of a man, like temporal. You know, in every season, I think there should be different expectation. You know,
Powerful.
if I'm a 40 or 50-year-old woman, I don't think I'm supposed to be delicate at that point anymore. I've earned my stripes. so to speak.
Powerful.
So I don't want to be delicate, and I don't want to be treated as delicate at
Mm.
50. You know, handle me with care, but I'm not delicate.
So handle you delicately, but don't expect you to act delicate.
Wow.
I mean, I feel
This
like
is un-
at the end of the day, there should be a respect for both energies to
Mhm.
coexist.
Right?
So to be quite honest, when men get like around 50, they start crying a whole bunch.
Exactly.
Powerful.
Okay,
I'ma
they
tell you why.
start reading a
No,
Hallmark
let her
card,
go.
and here they yeah, because now your energy is different. You weren't that way when you were 18.
It's that season.
You want that what?
Natural.
Didn't I just say season?
It's that season.
She said that.
Natural.
She said
That's
that.
what I said. So at that point, should I be handling you because you're weak now, or you're weaker than what you once were? Should I be? You need to do this. And
But
you
you-
need to do. Wait.
But it ain't about weak. See, there we go again.
When you are
Deal with weak and
softer
strong. Go
and
ahead.
weaker, am I supposed to handle you because now you have a different role in my life?
That's powerful what she
Yeah,
just
you
said.
have
You gotta
to
listen to
support
what
it.
she said. She's saying like
If the
men,
flowers start dying, you treat it well according to the season.
no. She's saying a man, forget the flower. She's saying like a man is rough and tough in his youth, but as he age, he transitions into a more delicate, humble person.
Right.
And the
Go
same
back
with the
to
women, they might
child.
start off delicate, but as they go through their experiences, it goes up strength. In that, we should come
That's
to
why we
a
outlive
medium,
in theory.
where a man could become a little more softer, and a woman become a little more stronger, and then in that, you get your balance.
There you go.
But you don't find weeds in the grass. See, the problem is we got weeds in the grass.
Forget the
Right?
grass. That was just an analogy.
Yeah,
Now we
exactly.
talking about people.
Right. So it's a difference in the grass swaying because of the natural state that it is than for a weed to come in. Our problem is our women has been weeded in the head. So now we have to deal with a weed head.
He don't mean marijuana. He talking about
Right.
Talking about
now we
what
have to
kill
deal
a
with
flower.
weed in the head, man. So in other words, when the male is considered the dominant one or the well, let's speak. I want to speak on the ownership of a house and what have you. I went to prison for 10 years. Do that make me humble as being a man? Hell, goddamn no. I'm a man, whatever I am.
they said you the weed.
Exactly.
No, they saying you are her weed.
Exactly. Whatever, however you want to.
That's not good.
Yeah, I don't care. Because they don't know me. They don't know me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's understandable. And the thing about it is because they know who they are. They
Dag, the
don't-
men is agreeing with her too. The man said makes sense. I got softer too when I got older, but the lady say
Well,
it's
of
good.
course.
Well, this.
Anytime anything get brittle, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Paint
exactly,
jobs don't stay shiny all the time.
Right.
So again, come on, man.
Yeah, let me explain. When a male is born with more masculine energy.
That's not true, but you,
Okay.
go ahead.
And this is what male, that's why males, you put a car in front of a little boy, they're gonna grab the car and they're gonna automatically, right? They're born with more masculine energy. As they grow,
I was.
I see more.
she observed it. We didn't observe it, and most people that's on that panel did not observe it. You understand?
problem-
That's why they say most people in our community come from a single parent home. Now let's go with this. Single parent doesn't mean there wasn't a male female that raised you. It only means that the mother wasn't married. They was not married. That's what I mean by single parent.
Exactly.
You understand? We like what Blue Bull was saying. We got to get away from these words that deter us from saying for us. You understand? So we got away from. When I was speaking about the masculine energy, it's mechanical. Mechanical meaning they fix things, right? That's mechanical. That's why I say man. I'm a connoisseur of words. They're more mechanical. So therefore, mechanically, a man functions.
Man, manipulate.
Yeah.
Mech, ain't
Mech.
man.
Yeah.
Mechan, that's not man.
Okay.
Manipulate is man.
Okay. Manipulate. Okay. We go with that. We'll let you roll with that, right? So along with that,
You might have to start over. They said something about the Wi-Fi. I
yeah.
don't think, y'all can hear them? Or did it drop? Oh, it's
Mine
not.
never did come in.
Mm-mm.
It didn't come in.
Go ahead and,
Exactly.
Okay. Is that back in?
well, yeah, we've been going live the whole time, but I just see one of them said, something with the Wi-Fi, but
Yeah.
I'm thinking y'all clear, because the comments. Okay.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what I'm saying is, this. You got two hemispheres of the brain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One is masculine and one is feminine. The two hemispheres of the brain.
Okay.
The brain, he more in tune with the masculine side of the brain, which makes him mechanical.
Mm-hmm.
The female is born, she's more in tune with that feminine side of the brain, which makes her more emotional,
Nurturing.
nurturing.
Okay.
It's natural. That's why they hand the female the daughter, and he's mechanical, trying to make things
It can work.
work.
Okay.
Okay. As these two grow, the masculine, the male, the energy, the brain tends to start working together.
Okay.
This right here, when it fuses together, that's about, you say 50? We'll give her 50. It's really 40.
Y'all let me know if the connection is still, if it's good.
You follow
You
me?
need to get on the internet.
It's right at 40.
They need to get on the internet.
And so this is why the masculine fades, it fades or it blends in with the feminine energy, and then it gets offset because we go from one extreme to the other extreme so that we can understand the balance in between. You follow what I'm saying?
Okay, we good on the connection? Miss True Judas Sauce, that's what I guess we good now, because she said
Yeah.
it's good.
Okay.
Okay, so that's basically what I was showing about the crying, the being more, when they become grandfathers, they be more attentive
Right.
Not only
with
that,
those
they going-
children than with their own children.
They going right back to the,
Yeah, you
to the
understand?
infinite state anyway.
Yeah,
So
so,
it's not about, it's still, it don't have nothing to do with strong and weak. It has something to do with going back into the infinite stage of life itself. It's the revolution and revolving, going right back.
Yeah.
Pure, plain and simple.
right,
It's not about nobody getting soft. It's not about nobody getting weak. It's about just returning back to that which you came from. Pure, plain and simple.
Okay, Lynn, we going with you now.
Okay.
What's your take on what he was saying?
I agree to a certain extent. I do think that we do have natural characteristics. Obviously, that's what makes us like certain things, or we gravitate to certain things as children. we may, I don't know, as activities, playing hopscotch, boys don't really gravitate, they play basketball or football, you know what I mean? There's certain things, I think, because you guys have better spatial skills in general, that y'all are able to see things a little different. So I do agree with that to a certain extent. However, it's in that I think that we should be cohesive and be complementary to help one another. If I'm doing something on the right and you're doing something on the left, nobody's in the way. If I care for you unselfishly and you care for me, nobody's lacking. But the problem is, men, I care for me and I care for you and I'm gonna dominate you so much. So it's like there's this control, because I think typically men that have issues in relationship have mommy issues. That's my perspective. They have mommy issues. Mama didn't hug them, mama didn't kiss them, mama didn't tell them they loved them. So now all of a sudden when I do it, what you trying? What you want from me? I don't want nothing. I'm just hugging you. Why I gotta have a problem? Because I want to hug you. How are you? Care about more than what's on the outside. Right?
You think it's low self-esteem? That's what someone said, asked you.
Oh yeah, I think it has a lot to do with that element that is lacking. And I think honestly, from my past relationship, the people that had issues and daddy are like, you need to just not even fool with it. Like, just don't do it.
Oh, you're saying if a person had mommy and daddy issues, you don't need to get in a relationship.
They're not dateable. Not at this point in their life if they have not resolved those things. Because hurt people, and that's exactly what's going to happen. There's
That's
no
true.
respect in that relationship. I do
No
think there's
stability.
certain right. There's no
The mind-
stability,
and they mind.
it's a wavering anything. You're supposed to be the leader, but you're wavering. So now I have to lead by default, not because I want to be strong woman, but I got to, because I gotta have you in me. I gotta carry you on my back.
Miss Truda Jude, this is a lady here. She said, a lot of men don't know their worth.
Right.
What,
Right, I agree
Go
with
ahead.
that. I agree with that, and I think honestly, it's so sad, and I think that should be dealt with at home. Like when a little boy is being groomed to be a man, that should be validated at home. Not in a sense of you the man and you run my household, but you are enough. Regardless of what's going on, you are enough. I tell my sons that all the time. You are enough, period. Point blank and period.
man, that's golden.
Yeah, that's golden
I hand
right
it
there.
to you because enough is
Yes,
too much of anything ain't good for
that's
you.
true.
You understand? Too much sugar
That's right.
will give you a toothache. You understand? So I agree with you on that, and you are more stable because you have men. You're raising men. Therefore, you put your mind in a man's position in which to position your boys into becoming men. So you use what society, quote unquote, a definition of a man is, and you emulate that when it comes to your boys. You follow where I'm coming from? So I agree with you. I wholeheartedly thank you for that. You are enough. That's what it is, because nobody's better than the next person. And this is what I thank you for that. Another issue I want to speak on, because when we got to talk about marriage. We got to talk about marriage. We got to talk about.
Let me read this question first,
Okay.
and y'all tell me what y'all think about it. Brother Mike Hard said, the moms raise men to don't cry when the father's not around. Women have to let men be young, but guide them to have control. He's saying a woman got to let a man be a crybaby and kind of guide them
Okay.
instead of not letting them cry and stuff.
Yeah.
I do agree with that to a certain extent, not in an extreme, but I do feel as though men should be able and allowed to show. I can honestly say most of the men in my family, which is a lot of them, maybe one hand, how many times I've seen any of them cry. That's real talk. To me, I don't even see how you function. Your head don't explode if you've never cried before.
Facts.
Because it is life gets tough, and you keep bottling it in. That's why I think they blow up. Problem, because you're not managing your emotions to a certain extent. You're not coming to me for comfort, and guess what? You eliminate my ability as a woman to comfort you when you don't tell me, babe, I just can't anymore today. I've reached that point. Guess what? Now I can embrace you, but I can't do that when I'm tough. Don't touch me. Why are you touching me? Well, that's a problem. That's a problem. I can't even lick your wounds.
That's powerful. That's how lionesses do it with the lions.
Real talk.
Or what about, what about dealing with I consider the hustle and bustle of the world and wanting to come home to your peace and not have that?
That's a
See,
powerful.
that is
talk.
one of the reasons why. Why? Because again, there's that weed in the grass that we have to deal with as people, as being. Why? Because our women are being groomed to be that weed. They are being groomed to be tough.
What
They're
does the
being
weed look
groomed.
like? Tell me.
What,
No, I'm just being honest. I wanna
it's
know.
not-
The weed
it's
stands
not-
up
it's the
over the
unnatural-
grass.
Exactly.
And it smothers the grass from
When-
But
when-
give me
Right.
tangible examples.
When
of one
when
woman-
flowers grow, you have weeds grow with it, and it
I
kind of
understand.
deteriorate the
I
flower.
understand the lawn business
Well,
thoroughly.
I believe
Okay.
what
But
I
I
mean
want
about.
a direct, and I'm sure the women online.
She want a
deserve-
physical
I want
example
you to give me
using a man and a woman.
Well,
Examples
okay,
of a woman smothering a man, because
Uh,
that's what you're saying.
No, I'm saying that we as a society, like I said, I always give the woman the highest praise in the universe. Why? Because she's the determining factor of it all. Pure, plain, and simple. She is the first nurturer. She is the goddess of the world. I give her the highest praise.
So that's a
Now,
lot of power, right?
exactly.
Okay.
So what happens is that with this power, right? If the lights start getting dim, you know what I'm saying, everything else get dark too. Our women has been infiltrated in the minds and the light is becoming dim. So now the men, the level of our men are just as dim because the light is not bright enough. Again, I don't know how they grow marijuana or what have you, and they put the lights on whatever. You know what I'm saying? I guess the brighter the light is,
The better it come
the
out.
better it is. But if our women are not shining bright anymore, guess what? If they don't, adhere to changing the narrative, are the determining factor of it all. If they don't want their boys to sag, if a woman stood up and mother said, "Oh, don't sag," I don't care what father says. If the mother says it, and your girl said it, and your lady said it, or whomever said it, guess what? You're not going to do it. She's the determining factor of it all. But our problem is when she allows others to infiltrate her mind, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's her mother, whether it's her father, whether it's her man or whatever, to dim her light, it affects us all the way across the board. Us as a people, as a family, as a world, because she's the one. So now, just like I give her the highest praise, you know what I'm saying? I have to tell about the other parts about her as well. You are responsible for it all. Why? Because you get the highest praise. I'm not saying that you are how can I put it? One of the things that we struggle with is a choice and decision making. As a man, again, I believe that I should make the decisions. Whether it's my house, Miss Melanie or not, whether it's the Ronald McDonald house or not, I make the decisions. Why? Because if the house falls down, guess who has to rebuild the house? Okay, my point taken.
So
Dr. Mel
that's
Harris
the
said, some use the excuse of the hustle and bustle of the world for them to excuse their negative actions.
What's
Negative action. If I want to come home and just be peaceful,
But guess what?
What's
That's
the
there's
negative?
no problem.
why do we,
But why-
like,
wait,
I don't
wait,
understand,
wait,
why we
wait.
always talking negative? I don't get and understand
why?
our people. This is why we are where we are today. Everybody talking about can't, don't, won't, and what have you. If I say that I don't want no strong woman, they say, "Oh, well, you want a weak woman." You's a goddamn lie. I don't want nothing weak in my life. So again, stop with all of the can'ts and don'ts. That's what's been infiltrated in your mind.
Well, I think
What she
she
was
has
about
a
to
different
say.
perspective, and I understand your point. I'm not disagreeing, but what I'm saying is this: when you get beat up by the world, because you have to really like navigate yourself out there. You got the, honestly, other black men too attack too. You got to deal with the other races as well. So what I'm saying is, when you come home and you've had a bad day, and then now you come home pissing everybody else off.
Mm.
How in the world can we restore order in a household when you come in the door, slam it, bam, I'm here. Oh shit, here's the monster. That's what I'm thinking automatically, because you done came home with that bad energy. Why? You could have called and we could have talked it out, and I could have got you back right. That's what I'm saying. You're not utilizing me to the best of your ability in that situation because you came home with it. Whatever happened out there, you need to what? Stay out there. You come in here, I'll have the bath water ready if I know you need that day. Well, guess what? You don't talk. So when you come home and you start hollering and going on, I'm the problem. Don't come home hollering at me and then expect me to be, oh, it's okay. No, we're going to go toe to toe because I feel disrespected now. I'm your woman.
But see, that's-
I'm your woman. I'm saying I'm here for you.
But really-
Somebody just said, she kind of just said, but they said it before her.
Right.
They said weak women and weak men are the downfall of society.
Correct.
By not giving arrogant, ignorant men proper correction.
Right.
That's
And
when you was
starts at
like,
home.
I'm gonna challenge you on it.
Right.
But see, there shouldn't be no challenge. man.
It's not challenging, but what
Right.
I'm saying is we're talking about just straight up being fair. Is what I'm saying. What gets me
Dr. Mel
is
Harris
you
just said that.
You can go and you'll be nice. Like, for instance, let me give you an example. We go to the store. Oh, how you doing, ma'am? Oh, yeah, I'm this, that, and other. And then you turn right around and now you cuss me out. How can you be ability to make your life better? They're not picking up your dirty ass. They're not helping you when you sick, getting up in the middle of the night, but you treat her with more reverence. I have a problem with that. I have a serious
Besides,
problem with that.
remember-
So it's one of those things where, to me, let's look inward. Let's not always focus on the external and our environments and say, oh, I want to make that better. But then when I come home, I don't have to put in no work. It should just be natural. No, there's work here. There's work here too. You don't just get away with working on the outside. You come home and go to work too. That's your second shift. Hello?
First
we
shift.
got female. We got female needs. We got needs too. You can't let the world beat you up and then we come get leftovers. That's a problem.
What she said is powerful. The first job of a man, I guess, is his woman. And the
Yes.
second job is his job. Because you ain't gonna be able to work a job if your girl getting on your nerves. I don't know how that's gonna work.
Well, not only that, I mean, again, give us the empowerment to actually help you. If you're not pouring into the cup, there's nothing in the cup.
Somebody said love is an action word.
That's right.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, what I want to say too about, because I want to elaborate more on men showing their emotion.
That's good.
Well, when he come home and he slam that goddamn door, they showing emotion. See, y'all don't really want to deal with.
Okay, I
him
get what
showing
you're
his
saying.
emotions.
He got a
You
different
follow?
type of emotions than you.
Yeah,
He
see,
express it different.
One thing about it is, I always tell people, be careful what you ask for, because you don't imagine it how it's going to come to you. It's going to come because you asked for it. Cry. Damn it, that's not the emotion that he's dealing with. He's dealing with anger. You follow me?
His crying is-
We don't deal with,
But it's always
oh,
anger.
I'm at a loss. He don't deal with that anymore. You follow me? You have to understand.
You saying he don't cry, he get angry. That's his cry.
Yeah, no,
But
that's
why
us
is-
crying out.
why
Yeah.
Crying out, hey,
exactly
there
only
was a
emotion?
stimulus. There was a stimulus
Y'all got
that
tear-ups
happened
too,
during
right?
the day. Am I right? That stimulus happened during the day.
We gonna get back to what she said in a minute.
Yeah,
Go
okay.
ahead.
There was a stimulus that happened during the day. I couldn't rectify that stimulus. By me not rectifying that stimulus, I become my word
Hostile.
not hostile. I become not angry.
Unbearable.
Man, I can't catch my word. Frustrated.
Okay.
I become frustrated with not being able to rectify that stimulus today, so I gotta deal with it tomorrow. So it's still there in the midst, even in the mind.
But I got
So when I come home, I just want to sit down so that I can find a way to rectify that situation.
Right.
But baby in my ear.
But
what's wrong with you? What are you feeling?
Guess what?
Oh,
That's
so
not her fault. That's not her fault.
You right, Mel
Once
Harris.
again-
hold on.
Once
Watch this.
again,
Watch this.
you
Watch
could
this.
have politely sent a text, babe, It's been a
Right,
hard day.
see again, baby, it always
setting
gotta
it
be
up.
them. It always gotta be them.
Yeah.
Why man
That's
can't?
not what I'm
No,
saying.
no,
What I'm
that's what
saying,
it is. Remember,
let me
our
finish.
women gotta have
Don't
balance.
take offense.
Okay,
I'm up kind of
okay.
play her side
Okay.
because it's two of y'all, and you get it.
Oh, no,
Go
no,
ahead. Go ahead.
yeah.
It ain't looking right.
No,
All right,
no,
go ahead.
Just on the real, it don't look. It
Yeah,
look.
that's all right.
Yeah, no, we're not
This
against
is a-
It
we're
look like
not
she
against
killing
nobody.
y'all,
No, I'm not against
but
nobody.
it's two. You get it?
Yeah.
It's two of y'all kind of.
Right.
Yeah, but
Gotta
see,
balance it out a
me-
little
Let me explain this first of all. I speak for me, he speak for him.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's it.
She speaks for herself as well.
That's why
Right.
we
And
introduce
our
ourselves
thing is
as
that
red and
we are
blue.
having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? I don't consider this a debate. I don't debate.
They seeing it the same way. They like it's 2-on-1.
No, I'm saying that I don't
ain't how
debate
it
with
go.
nobody.
It kind of seemed that way
Okay,
though.
then.
So
But
y'all
I'm
gotta
just
kind of
saying,
let her talk. But
I
that's
don't
my
debate.
point.
I don't have to debate. I'm gonna
Let
do
her
who I
just
am.
let her be mindful if she getting.
Right.
You get it
But
because
I'm
it's
saying-
two of y'all. So
Right.
you might talk,
Yeah.
and then he
But
might
see- but
piggyback
see
off
that-
what you said, and she getting washed out, kind of.
But again, you know what I'm saying? You're looking at two different men perspectives.
Yeah,
Of course,
that's
he's
right.
an individual and what have you.
Yes.
So our people, again, this is why we take offense because it's two men. If it was 100 women up here.
No,
you know what
I'm a-
saying?
I'm a
No,
man.
No, I'm just saying. They'll be cheering the women on.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
They-
If
yeah, if it-
just
if
like
it
they
was-
cheering her on, it's just one of her.
They not cheering her
Yes,
on.
they are. They
Yes,
can't
they
help
are.
but do it. They can't help but do it.
They
Why?
can't,
Because
she's
our
the innocent.
society
She's the innocent.
and they exactly.
She's innocent.
Now let me tell y'all from the outside looking in, because I'm not a woman.
Uh-huh.
It's not bad. Don't take it that way.
No, okay,
You
no,
You
what
get
y'all
it? You
saying?
trying to get your point off?
Yeah.
He trying to get his point, and then you get it. In the mix of that,
Right.
y'all drowning her. She's still getting her point off.
Exactly.
You
She
get
getting
it?
the point out. Yeah.
So it
Because
gotta.
she starts off the conversation.
Right. Of course, she already.
And we panned out.
We just-
we panning off of her conversation.
That's what's incorrect.
Okay.
Y'all are
She-
starting the
she spoke about-
conversation.
Did she not speak about a man showing
in,
his
slamming the
emotion,
door.
coming in and slamming the door? And
But you started the conversation from jump.
I said,
You
we're
get
gonna
it?
go back, we're gonna go back. No, I said, we're gonna go back to what she said about a man showing his emotions. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I say, now be careful what you ask for. She's thinking a man showing his emotion is crying.
That's not,
That's what she's thinking.
I think it's compassion.
That's what they are thinking then. Saying
Is,
a man showing his emotions
is what he's saying
crying.
right? That
Let-
y'all
let me lick your wounds. Oh baby, you shouldn't be having going through that. That's what I'm saying. Showing some, you understand, vulnerability.
But that's the key.
Every
Not
man is
necessarily
not
crime.
vulnerable.
You have it right.
Every man is not
Well, then
vulnerable
why you
in
get it?
every situation.
I didn't say every situation, but if
A
you can show me-
stimulus happened today,
Mhm.
right? I didn't get a chance to rectify that stimulus. So I'm frustrated because I didn't.
peace and wisdom.
You
Go
see
ahead,
what I'm
keep
saying?
talking.
Because I didn't rectify that stimulus. I'm frustrated. So I come home. I don't say anything to nobody. I go take my shower, you understand? Get ready to go to the stage. Why are you not talking? What's going on? What's happening with you? Oh, you must have been around some bitch and some nigga done called and so on, so you mad. Wait, why do another woman have to be involved with me not speaking to you? I'm just reserved right now. Let me, what women would say, woosah, let me calm down. Let me find my solace.
A lot of the people saying y'all not listening too much.
But the thing is, there's boundaries.
They saying it's a love language.
It's boundaries.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, if you come home and
But these are women saying that.
There's
Yeah.
gonna be women.
Yeah,
They
but-
know that.
They gonna be women.
but
We know.
there should be boundaries established. In other words, like I tell, as a single woman, my children, when I come home from work, because I feel like I'm slaying dragons too out here. I'm like, you gotta give me at minimum 30 minutes to an hour.
Thank
Don't
you.
ask me nothing.
She
Don't
even
talk.
said the same
Don't
thing.
talk. But guess what I said? I established the boundary with my children. You have not done that with your woman if she's going like this when you walk in. Nobody has been told and given proper instruction to manage expectation. Because otherwise, I can't see a woman that's grown enough to
What
understand
happened to the
doing
love
that.
language? What happened to the love
The
language?
love
If I'm
language-
not talking when I
Our
get
problem-
there,
our
you already
problem-
know I'm
the
reserved
most-
for a reason.
But you're not
That's
understanding.
love
Men-
language that they speaking
men-
of. Am I
But
right?
bro, they
We
won't.
talking of the very thing that y'all are referencing is why we're having this conversation in the first place. Because once I told you, men are tapping more into the actual feminine energy, so y'all are moodier than us. So when you come home moody, we don't know what we dealing with. What are we dealing with today? What is this today?
Moodier.
That was
Moodier
powerful.
as hell.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Attitudinal,
Moody,
moody,
Exactly.
moody,
See,
moody is when you don't
bipolar.
know.
They
A,
go
wo-
from
a
one
woman just,
extreme to the
Dr.
next.
Mel Harris said something deep. She said women work too. They get the same
That's
hustle
right.
and bustle of the world that men do.
That's right. I
So
said
when they
that.
come in and slam the door, we don't say a goddamn
Man,
thing
you
to them.
crazy.
Sit your ass down and deal with whatever you're dealing with, and we can talk later. So our
Men are
problem-
kind of like that. I will say that.
Exactly.
If a woman come in and slam the door, men will like
First of
ignore
all,
it.
that's not
Like,
Yeah.
what we do.
But
That's
what
not
I'm saying,
our
yeah,
natural
but-
tendency. So
yes,
to
but
me,
you-
you
you
gotta
right.
step your game up to comfort.
do.
because
she
that's
is
not-
right though.
Our
I've never
problem-
witnessed a
yeah,
woman
but you
slamming
do
the
it.
door, but
Yeah,
they'll
so
kick it
I'ma tell
open.
you- I'ma
Like,
tell you what the problem is. The problem is.
they'll open the door and leave it open. Like,
Exactly.
you close
do
it.
They look at you funny. They act like, you know, they can see another woman in the goddamn face and treat you a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Just because she's supposed to look good or whatever. But anyways,
A
that's
woman
the
said-
other point.
another woman
the
said, "We
problem
don't
is-
slam doors."
But the problem
Another
is,
woman said, "We don't
They'll
slam
slam
doors."
their own
That's
door.
what I just
But
said.
goddamn, they'll slam your car door.
It sure will. Don't worry about
Mm.
what
Don't you
they
start
just
with
say
that.
See how
Mm.
see
They'll
how the
slam your
women-
car door.
Well, I don't do
Mm.
that
Prince
because
said
I
it
got
best.
Good
nice
point.
cars, and I don't do that because
I've
I
seen a
got-
woman slam
But
a
I
guy's
don't do
door
that
so hard that the glass broke.
Because my whole
Exactly.
point, my whole
Because
point
that's
is,
his shit.
I don't
Exactly.
want
When a
to.
woman
They
come
laughing
home,
now.
she come home
I
to
know.
her shit.
I heard that, but what I'm saying is,
I
why
get
would
it.
why would I
A woman ain't gonna damage her door, but she'll break your.
But why would I even sow that seed, and why is that a part of our relationship? Because if you allow that to be, now that's our freaking new normal. That's a problem. So we don't even need to get that started in the first damn place.
Slamming
Because-
doors.
Yes, because once again, my car is just as bad as yours. Let's talk. I mean, I got 20s too. I got 22s and 24s too. I'm saying, don't slam my door, and I'm not gonna slam yours. Period. It shouldn't even be allowed to happen. Period. That's all I'm
That's
saying.
understood. That's
So
understood.
point blank and period. I respect you again as a
Right.
man. I don't gotta like you right now, but I'm respecting you as being head of our household, and I gotta pour into you some kind of way because I gotta get you back level. Because if I don't, you're gonna
But
tear
you
my
might
head
not-
off
but you
today.
might- But you might not be the one to
But
do
I'm,
that.
I'm expecting
You
to
didn't
have.
want. You didn't want.
It's
you didn't
all
want-
I never said I was the one that got him off, but I'm expected to have sex with you, right? I'm
Oh,
expected.
man, see,
I'm
that's-
expected
there you
to
go.
come.
What y'all think about what this woman said? She said men in the daytime don't have cars or nothing. Basically saying that they use women things.
Oh,
But that's
What?
in her
What?
world.
What?
That's
in
deep.
her world.
she said that
Because
men
a
don't
man,
have
because a man,
possessions
listen, my
anymore.
mother,
We
my
don't have
mother,
possessions.
my mother,
We
my
don't need
mother tells
possessions.
this.
When y'all was speaking about the doors getting slammed,
Yeah,
the woman said they don't have a
That's
car.
irrelevant. That's irrelevant. What she's speaking is irrelevant
That
to
don't
what's
make
going
no
on.
sense. That don't make
I'm
no
gonna tell you.
sense.
I'm gonna hand you something real quick.
That don't make
Me and
no
my twin was raised by a single mother.
hmm
One thing our mother told us from the get, before we was driving at the age 10 by ourselves with no grown up in the car. But she told us when she was showing us how to drive, a man should always have a way to get his woman to the hospital. You shouldn't have to call your homeboy to take your woman to go get groceries. You shouldn't have to. When our mother told us that, before you know it, me and my twin both had 3 cars apiece. There were 6 cars.
hmm
Driveway. You follow where I'm coming from? So no, talking about somebody that's not a man. A man, the definition of a grown-up period is one that takes on responsibility. Transportation is a responsibility. You follow me? That's it, point blank. We're not trying to get into the small. Oh, well, what about this? I've seen this happen
All
with
that
that.
old stuff.
If we speak in a totality, if we speak, you understand, in a totality, however you say it, I got
In
dentures.
totality.
In totality, then we would better get to a position so we can start resolving some of these head bumping
Yeah.
issues. You follow what I'm
Cause
saying?
see, that my thing is, first of all, don't try and make it about us.
Don't
Because
make
if
it
you
about
try and make it about me, I tear your head off because you don't know me, you don't understand who I am, you don't know my talents or what have you. Again, so my thing is, we trying to get some resolve and for others, and this is why we are here. Again, because if it was about me, I wouldn't even speak. I wouldn't have to speak. It's not about me. It's about us resolving, learning some things from each other and what have you. Again, but I mean, I don't know if you don't know about the Xerox twins, but hey, we got more talent in our little finger than most got in their whole body. So it's not about that. And you know what I'm saying? When we talking about dealing with men, you're dealing with a man.
A man.
I don't care what possession I have or don't have. One thing I know I do have is some character.
Yeah, let's
So
say
you-
that, because that's important. I don't want us as people to get lost on that, because we don't produce shit, so we don't need to be talking about,
Exactly.
you get it?
Well, what I was gonna
We
make-
don't really need to get lost in the
And all of
materials.
it, yeah.
The points is the points, though, like,
But to me, it really doesn't matter. My mentor told me before I started really making money in my profession, one thing he told me, he said, when you do what you're supposed to do or what you called in your purpose, it don't matter what your man makes.
Nobody.
He told me, he said, you can choose any man you want. You're not limited to a certain man because you are not lacking in that area.
I agree with that. I told my daughter that if you making money, you shouldn't be looking for a man that make
That has
money,
money.
because you already got that.
Right.
Exactly.
So, but
If you got a
what I'm
car,
saying,
don't look for a man that got a
all
car, look for a man that could pay your note.
Exactly.
Then y'all could
And see,
work it
our-
out.
see,
So
our
in
problem-
essence,
this-
what happened-
and this is why the comment was said, oh, if you had your own house, then you could be the head of the household. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
No, that do hold some merit.
No, it don't. No, it
No, it
don't.
don't.
No, it don't. I'm gonna be
I'ma
a
show you
man.
why. I'ma show you why.
Sorry.
No,
If
I'm,
I'm in your house, I'm gonna still be a man. I'm gonna respect your house to the utmost, but I'm still gonna be a man. Are you follow what I'm saying? If I'm in the goddamn White House, I'm gonna be a goddamn man. If I'm in a motherfucking jailhouse, I'm gonna be a man regardless. The possessions don't make me be a man.
Definitely
It's
don't.
that which I do that makes me be a man. Are you follow what I'm saying? If I can't drive no goddamn.
I mean, possessions can be acquired legally. And so you get it, when you're dealing with possessions, it can get tricky.
This is all I'm saying.
But-
What
but
I'm
let's
gonna,
talk about the
I'm gonna
household.
say about being positive, because I'm not, this is very negative for me. But what I'm saying about being positive is, again, I don't care what you have, because I can put my 2 cents with your 2 cents and we can have something,
Powerful.
regardless. It doesn't even matter if you don't have a car. My mom told me this, and I didn't know this, but this is real talk. She said, when I got with your dad, he didn't even know how to drive.
That's
I
how
had a
most-
driver's license. But he didn't. But he ended up making way more money than my mom. But what if she overlooked him at that time because he was the oldest of 7? They had a hard life. So unfortunately, he didn't look like the part at that point.
That's what I was trying to say.
I'm more into potential. What can we do together? I don't need a man for money. I don't care about that. I can write checks myself. Not only that, I can help you write checks. So all I'm telling you is, if you just let's come together. I understand this thing. I can help you help me. And I can help, we can get somewhere. So I'm not really concerned about the financial benefit of a man. I don't care about that.
Can I say one thing? Some people go through, how can I put it? Everybody's trying to come up.
Right.
Some people been pushed so far down and they ain't got shit, but they come up from so far down is they worth. You get it?
I understand.
And so you may see them and say, man, they ain't got nothing. But you get it? They put in more
They're
work
confident.
just to get to that place of nothing.
Exactly.
And that they got more worth than the person that got a lot of things.
But I can respect
Same
that.
work.
I can
Remember I was telling you
respect
about the
that.
disparity?
You got people that been in jail.
Yeah.
And so they got a 10-year hole, they digging themselves out, a 20-year hole.
But that's why I'm saying.
If they can get themselves just to a normal place, they put in a hell of a lot
I
of
want
work.
to talk about this, and I know black women gonna get mad at me, but it's the truth. We have to stop looking for. That's why they say I can't find a man. What the problem is, you're trying to date a man that ain't your type. Stop trying to say. I mean, you want a 6-figure dude, but you're not a 6-figure chick, which means you can't help him with his 6-figure problems. You understand what I'm saying?
Powerful.
You're not equipped to help him with
Powerful.
those problems. So once again, stop looking at it like that. Okay, if you work at Walmart, okay, you work at Target, or something, you get something where y'all can be compatible. When you jump way up like that, to me, to be honest with you, because I've been in those relationships, you're going to be handled. It's no way around it. He's going to handle you. And what I mean by that is you're going to do what he say when he say it. Because why? I'm paying all the bills. It's a control thing at that point. That's why I said never again will I be in a situation like that. I want to have a voice in my relationship and I want us to be cohesive. So once again, I'm not going to set myself up to where I'm not contributing. Even if you don't want $1,000 on the mortgage, I'm going to put that there. Why? Because I want you to understand I'm in this with you by choice. I'm choosing you. In fact, let's just take love off the table. I don't love you. I'm choosing you. There's a difference.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
I got a question. So if he uses money as a control thing, do you not think women don't use the household as a control thing?
I agree. I think
Okay,
anybody does that has
so,
the upper hand.
So when a man buck that control or the woman buck that control, then is that grounds for, oh, I can't control them with my money, so I'm gonna leave him alone. I can't control him with my household, so I'm gonna leave him alone.
But I think
Before
that's
I'm
it's your own personal decision.
Right.
To me, I feel like sometimes you gotta let people go. You just gotta let them go.
Yeah.
You're not being a team player. You don't want to share. Because I don't have no problem. I'm like, if you don't have nothing, let's get you an investment property. I want a successful man, so I'm going to pour into him to ensure that he is successful.
That's where the balance.
What is
comes from.
success
What
to
is
you?
success, man?
It varies again, but what I'm saying is I want him to have something for his children. I'm about leaving a legacy. I don't want to
Listen,
leave problems.
listen
I
to
want to
this.
leave a legacy.
Listen to this.
Can I say this? Once a person make a certain amount of money, they damaged. Because they're gonna deal with whatever they dealing with, like a purchase. You get it? And so a man or a woman that got a lot of money, when they get a spouse, they gonna deal with that spouse like a purchase. Either you gonna serve or get fucking lost.
That's what-
And I'll get the next thing to service me.
Right.
It's unavoidable.
But there's
The money damaged the mind and the emotional state.
Yeah.
I understand your perspective, but I also think in terms of where you're going with that, I feel like we as the Black community we're too emotional about the marriage. To me, it gotta make sense on paper too. And what I'm saying is not that he gotta have the same credit score, but we gotta have some of the same behaviors. In other words, the way I feel and how I spend, I'm not a big spender. It wouldn't look like it if you look at my resources and my possessions, but in all actuality, I shop around. It took me 2 years to buy my car. Why? Because I'm not just gonna buy any old thing. So what I'm saying is I'm strategic about my money. So I want a man that is the same way. I don't want a man that just because it's in the bank, you just coming in, you doing this, right? I don't want a spender like that. I want somebody to have the same kind of attitude, if you will, that I have about money. So that we can, again, collaborate with one another. If you got a heart that wants to start a business, I don't mind starting a business with the guy that I'm with. Why would I shun away from that, or why would I talk bad about him? Because if I talk bad about you, I'm talking bad about me. I got a problem with that. So I'm not gonna put my man down in those streets. I'm not, because once again, it makes me look like the fool. So I'm not gonna run around and talk, oh girl, he this, he that, whatever. Okay, well you look like the fool, you still with it.
Okay, what if a man say he like this? He say, man, I'm trying to get away from money and I'm trying to do everything myself and be completely self-sufficient.
Right,
This is true wealth.
right.
A woman that's in Babylon or business
I understand
mind,
what you're
she
saying.
won't, she'll say like, you get it?
I get what you're saying, but even,
But not, he could never lose.
but that man had to get to that place.
Yeah, you have to have
It
money,
wasn't
yeah.
just like that.
I get your point. You have to get to a certain level of
So
money
either
to
you
get to
gotta
that place where
invest
you
in
say,
that
I
woman
don't.
And allow her a chance to grow with you, or you need to get another woman.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Let me explain to you what success is. Success is the word itself, a succeeder. In other words, you want to generate generational wealth.
Right,
The next generation is the succeeders. They're the one that get the success
right.
of your hard works. So that's why I say I'm a word connoisseur. Success is succeeding and getting what was already put forth for you. But success don't work if your father was a farmer and generated the wealth, and you don't become that farmer.
Say that again.
Success does not work if your father had a farm and was a farmer and generated the wealth, and the successor do not continue on with that tradition, become the same farmer. You follow?
When you get to a certain level of mind, you understand suck. Successful people suck.
Yeah.
Meaning you gonna suck some dick, some ass, you gonna kiss some ass. Ain't nobody getting successful unless you kissing ass.
Kissing ass. That's exactly right.
We taught success in that way. We not taught success in reverse, where I get to a place where I don't gotta kiss ass and suck no dick and I'm
Right.
good.
Right.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna make my bread regardless.
Yeah.
You sow a seed into your next generation that shows that your harvest from your harvest.
We talk a lot about responsibility, but in my line of business, we talk about the word fiduciary. That is a whole different perspective.
Now that's a new word.
What's the definition of fiduciary?
Like, in other words, it has a lot to do with and symbolism to responsibility. But it's basically saying, in other words, you may not know everything, but I still have to act with integrity and be responsible. So in other words, my generations below me may not know or they know me, right? But I can leave an impact that way they can feel me in every generation.
Like Tupac thing.
Correct. So or I can establish a trust, right? And in this trust, I can say every kid that reaches the age of 18, that I don't know, whatever my parameters are, will get an X amount of dollars. Well, they have to do that. Well, guess what? That's my fiduciary responsibility to help them and care for them in that way. That's why I am a little bit different from most people. This thing is like so big to me. And I get so angry when we look at things and we dilute the man. Why are we diluting him? But also I hear the dilution on the woman's side too. And I'm like, we gotta grow up and be strong on both sides. So this weakness and this that I'm picking up, I don't like it at all. I wanna be led. But you gotta be strong to lead me, because I'm not gonna just follow any old person. I'm just not. And another thing that you made a comment of, and I think is very important, it's okay to be a man in any environment, but my thing is be a man over your woman, not somebody else's woman. That's not your responsibility. You need to be a man in your household and then spread through the community. So in other words, don't go help a lady across the street with her flat and I got a flat. Do you understand what I'm telling you? That makes no sense to me. Why would you go help the woman down the street with the flat? And a lot of men do. I've seen it. Because you know what they told me? I need to feel needed. I need to feel worthy.
Well, you got dudes out here that'll trick their money off on chicks and they forget about their own kids.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. You'll go take care of a chick, honestly, because they're doing this they're doing these biracial things. They'll go get her and take care of her kids, and then your kid's starving. You're a biological kid.
What man
I'm not saying it's manly.
is what man would do. Men don't do stuff.
Yeah,
That's something totally like them tricks. That's I don't know.
Yeah. Let me
I get what you're saying. That's men doing that, but they not men.
Yeah, I understand it, but I mean, I'm saying that happens more than what you think, because y'all have a different perspective. You don't see it. Y'all are not getting the treatment.
Right. I don't.
Let me make a statement.
I'm gonna say something short after you.
Okay. My statement is this. Men basically just want to be free to be a man. But somehow or another, a woman wants him to be her man, which puts some kind of stronghold on him being a man. If the man goes down the street and fix the lady's tire down the street, she's an elderly lady that can't do it for herself. He know that he have already showed you how to fix a flat, your goddamn flat yourself, because a man will show his woman the mechanics of preventing something to go wrong, preparing if it go wrong, and being able to fix it when the motherfucker go wrong. That's what a man do. That's why a woman has to follow a man, because he's only leading her to being mechanically inclined to, you know what I'm saying, take care of herself. Point blank, that's taking care of his home. You
Right.
follow what I'm saying? If the woman down the street, bricks start to fall off her porch, you follow where I'm coming from? The house will be falling down soon. She can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But me and my lady, been in the backyard. We have built a house, a dog house out of brick.
Mm-hmm.
So if our porch is falling, she know what to do. So why get mad and upset? Because this is what I say. A man is a man that can take care of his household. But a man's man take care of his community. Because if the community is taken care of, God damn it.
We got to remember as people that we live by somebody else's system.
Yeah.
Exactly.
that's
And it don't
facts.
matter what we get or accomplish,
That's facts.
you ain't never get what you want out of the thing, like that satisfaction.
Right.
Because it ain't yours. You playing somebody else's Monopoly game.
I understand that.
Exactly.
And so we trying to adjust ourselves in their game, and this is why we have all the problems we have.
Exactly.
Because we haven't separated our mind and say, hold on, we got to get our own systematics and our own order and separate ourselves from their systematics. Because we just playing a Monopoly game. We have like, you know, how Monopoly go? You got your shoe, your boat, jail, this, that. Borrow from the bank, then you in debt to the bank, you end up in jail. We lived that.
Yeah, that's
Before
real
that
life.
system,
That is real life.
yeah, before that system was brought here, we was free. I walk around this earth, I say, I like this little area, this hillside, we going, this where we living. Now we go chop trees down, build up, and we have everything we need, from food, clothing, we can excavate gold out that land if it's there. But our people don't know none of this.
That's where I have
But
issue
can
too.
I say something? Solace, you thinking like a man's man.
I mean, I done
See,
got
you
money,
ain't worried about what's
I done
going
been
on with
rich,
your house.
broke, rich
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
And you realize, like, this shit is not, this is a game.
So you thinking about
It's keeping
you
away
thinking
from
about
my
the whole.
time.
Yeah, you thinking about the whole. You ain't thinking about what's going on with your house. You thinking about the whole. Man, if I can go and start a community, I would rather do that because I got solace. I got peace within. You understand?
I'd rather be
Oh,
broke and have nothing, and we all be broke and have nothing, and we could just start together from scratch
Exactly.
and build up our wealth
So
together.
that's what I mean.
But
The whole race.
But watch this.
Socialistic.
Silas, the only thing about
Because if none of us have nothing, that's gonna get rid of the judgment
Yeah.
and all the
But-
falsehoods we got. And if
but-
we all starting like kids from scratch,
But you know
the only
what's
thing
up?
about
We gonna
that,
work
though,
together.
Silas, let me tell you, and this is why I say that the woman set the standard.
mm-hmm,
My grandfather drove an old beat up truck.
mm-hmm,
My grandmother had a brand new car, Bonneville, white, sky blue, white, clean as all get out, and she didn't know how to drive,
mm-hmm,
right?
right?
But she got that car. Why? Because he wanted her to have something,
I'm listening.
right? And if you take it away from her, right? She had problems with that,
Mm-hmm,
Even though she couldn't.
even though she couldn't drive.
right.
But if you take his truck away from him, guess what he gonna do?
What's
Find
that?
him another.
Okay,
So my thing is, we could talk about moving and getting whatever, but if that woman
She's not
don't want to give up that car,
mm-hmm,
you know what I'm saying, that brand new car, we might as well stay in that old truck.
right.
Might as well stay in that old truck, man, because she the determining factor of it all.
The woman.
The woman is.
And that is
She
not
determines,
power.
she's the reason why our boys are growing up like with these homosexual tendencies and
I
homosexual.
don't. We can't put woman.
Yes, you can. We put everything on the woman. Why? Because she's the determining factor. I have not yet.
He's watching her and seeing how he's supposed to be.
I don't believe a woman is the determining
But yes,
factor.
yes. The reason I say that is because
They allow it.
I have not met a man yet that's willing to go and buy a dress with his son for the prom.
Mm-hmm.
But a woman will. Are you follow what I'm saying? I'm not shunning it down, not saying that it's right or wrong. I just know and understand.
But where's the
this is
man
why.
when she's doing that?
It don't
A man
matter.
That do matter.
No, it
So
don't
you would
matter.
do that? You would
What?
do, you
It
would
don't
take
matter.
your son?
I'm saying my
It's her
son wouldn't
actions.
get a dress because
But-
I'm gonna be there, and that's not happening.
Absence of.
The man is how the woman could put the boy in the dress. If the
Yeah,
man was
because they don't
there,
get it.
she wouldn't be able to do
But-
that.
But see what you're trying to do. Her actions don't have nothing to do with the man. My mom, when my mom.
If the
reared
man
us-
is absent, then the woman don't have nothing as a
no,
perspective.
No. He's not
No,
absent. That's
she-
what he just said. I've never seen a man.
Right,
I
right.
heard of a man taking his son
To get a
to get
dress.
a prom dress.
Only a woman do.
A woman would.
But she will only do that if she don't have a man present.
So you think she can get her husband or her man to take that child?
No.
I'm saying if she had a man or a woman present, she wouldn't buy the boy a dress.
Because he would
Okay,
have something to say.
now what you
There
just
you
said,
go.
now watch this, what you just said, right? You just said that you do not homosexuality come because of the man wasn't.
No,
there.
I'm not. It comes because of them because all they know how to be is a woman. So
That's
if she
right.
don't
I
have a
can't teach you how
man
to be
and
a
she's
man.
teaching
I
her
can't
son,
teach you that.
he might come out like a girl.
Right, that's a possibility.
Exactly.
She can't be a man and truly teach him how to be one. So it's gonna be distorted.
Exactly.
If he don't got no other
Just
men
go back to
figure,
what he just said. She's the determining
Well, I
factor
got
of
some-
what's going on.
I-
in
if
our
the
community.
man is absent.
If the man is absent, but
See, y'all putting it off on her.
Let's say
but-
about that. I got something
listen.
to say about that though, because I think the reason why men are absent is because they don't want to deal with the mother in the first place. I don't think it's the kid. I think they don't want to deal with the
The mother.
mother. Now, with that being also said, I don't believe in putting a man on child support. I do not. I never have. My exes would tell you we got children, but I don't believe in it. Why? Because I believe in relationship over money. In other words, be able to reach out to your son. If your son is going through something, I don't want, well, I gave your mama money. So that means you don't do anything like in this situation. So to eliminate that factor completely. In fact, I'm gonna tell you, here in Dallas County, I tried to get a divorce from my ex-husband. I've only been married one time. They kicked my divorce out because I wouldn't put child support on him. They kicked it out.
exactly.
Because
So
that's the
guess
system.
what
They
I
want
did?
us on that.
So guess what I did? I went back in there and I said I was going to put it on them just so I could get the divorce, and I did not ever file ever. So to this day, they're not on child support, and they never will be.
Now ask your audience who's willing to do that.
Not put a man on child support.
Exactly. Ask your
Mo-
audience.
Most of them, this is how they make their bread and butter.
Thank
But
you.
that's
Now-
a
They
problem.
get them kids, they get on
I-
public assistance,
I
they
never-
start
I
twerking
have
that system.
never-
So they can afford
I
those
have
dresses
never-
for them little boys.
I have never been in, I'm a little bit further along in my career now. But back in the day, I didn't even make a lot of money. That's what I'm saying. But to me, again, the fact that my ex-husband has been in their life since day one, he's never left. The divorce happened, but he's never left, ever. So what I'm saying is, I created an environment, and a lot of people are surprised by this because it's multiple fathers involved, but they will all sit together. They will all share with the other kids. I mean, they don't know any different because I established what I call a utopia with us. So if one father can't pick up their child, oh, I'll grab them. They're already on the emergency contact list, and vice versa. Why they don't pay child support? That's a problem. See, we want to put the in our life. And then we want to say, well, why is my life chaotic? Well, you're bringing these outsiders in. We can judicially do this without it, is what I'm saying. And I feel like my life has been blessed. That's why I feel like my dollars go further because I did not put somebody in the middle of it.
You didn't get somebody.
You didn't bring the
else's
system in your business.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So that is one thing I think, but that's also because I respect their position. Like I would, when I was married, I told them, I'll kiss the ground you walk on, just because. Don't mean I gotta like you. It's because of who you are, and in reference to the fact that you're the father of my children. Period. So a lot of women are not gonna like that, but to me, I think that's where our downfall is. You want the man to be there, the man is not there. When you put child support in between, and you really want the child support, like you said.
Yeah,
So-
once you do the child support, you kind of mess up.
You mess up the
It's
whole.
You mess up the
bunch of
child's
stuff.
relationship
And
because now the man looking at the child like, damn, you ain't my kid. You a car note.
Yeah.
And if I don't pay you off, your mama gonna act like the collection people, like
you to jail.
like
Well,
you.
she don't have to. They do it for her.
That's my point.
So-
A woman gotta understand. They have the man's baby. We don't, y'all holding our property.
Yeah, y'all gave it to us.
That's
Exactly.
ours.
I feel like that. You gave me this child.
But a woman will see it different, like, this is my baby.
Right.
No,
No,
it's
I don't
my
see that.
baby. That's
I
my
don't see that.
sperm.
And that was one thing when we got ready to divorce. He literally said to me, he thought that I was going to take his children. I said, I would never take your children.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say my children. I said your children. You gave me that. You know. So, so in my perspective,
Where we put it?
Yeah.
in
Trash.
my perspective,
Throw it outside. Throw it outside.
I just don't feel like it should be a situation where that's where I think this competitiveness is coming from too.
Of course.
Because now watch Solace, this thing is so big. Say he's on child support, because I don't like men that are on child support. I'm not attracted to a man that's on child support. Period. Why? Because now the household I'm trying to establish, he don't have the money.
He can't do it. They cut it in half.
He don't have the money for us to come together and make something. Because you take care of Susie and these 2 or 3 kids.
Wait. What did you say first?
That was
You
powerful.
taking care of who? Okay.
Babies,
Not the
Susie.
baby. And that's how we view it. And a lot of people say, oh, no, man say he's taking care of it. No, you a goddamn lie.
I'll
I'm
tell you
paying
what.
that bitch some goddamn money.
Well,
You understand? That's the way I feel.
Well, here's a
You
perspective
understand?
even further than
I'm
that.
paying that bitch. If that wasn't the case, give me the child.
Well, that's what
and
I'm
you
saying.
pay child support.
And I've seen
You
that.
follow me?
I've seen that
Yeah,
situation
if that
also.
was the case.
But why is it not? Why haven't we gone in and looked at it as a joint thing? Why hasn't it? That way nobody's paying.
Because it's competitive, baby.
Yeah.
Again,
Cause
I always say, our problem with our women is they're in competition
With
with
us.
the man.
constantly.
The problem with our women is they want more communication than doing. The problem with our women is that they want,
They feel deserving of anything.
of course.
Well,
they're-
entitled.
Entitlement
Entitled.
knocks us, knocks me.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't understand that they're the epitome of life itself. And we don't understand it either.
So this
So what we do, we go and we do our shenanigans and all the dumbness, putting our pants up under our behinds and all that, and we make them accept it when they shouldn't accept it and make us pull our pants up.
Men
And
feel
I
like
think
this.
that-
I'm gonna let women know how men feel. A man feel like this. Men feel like they just worth what they can accumulate.
Exactly.
I agree.
Money.
And so once that happen, you're not never gonna get no man to love you. You get my point?
Yeah.
A man always got a side of him where he like, man, this B word,
Yeah.
she bout. You get it? I'm
Yeah.
just a thing to her.
Right. I understand that.
Something to get out of a bind, maybe, y'all.
A transaction.
A paycheck.
Yes.
But if I ain't have shit, she wouldn't even look at me. And so most men know that from jump, and so then they dog y'all out.
I agree.
Because y'all kind of showed y'all hand.
I
Like,
understand.
That's all.
Because but that's because we acting thirstyish, and that's my problem with women.
Yeah.
Like there's ways to accumulate wealth that I don't think we as the black community look at. One thing is I don't know too many people, but I talk to my friends that are close to me. Why aren't you putting life insurance policies on these baby daddies? Why?
I don't believe in life
The
insurance.
reason why I'm saying that is because if you have so-called baby daddy, right? He passes away even if he's paying child support. You understand what I'm saying? You get no more. And if you can't survive, if you're one of those people, you're really working hard, but you really can't survive without his income, why is there not a life insurance policy on him?
Now you get a life insurance policy on them, you paying off on it, then his mama come on take all that. You just put all that money into him dying. You could have put it into your kid or something.
Well, that's true, but my thing is, you don't. In my perspective, I'm always invested in my children. I'm at every game, period. But I position myself to be there because I chose a path that allows me to have freedom of a schedule. So I'm not gonna miss a game. So that's what I'm saying. The money thing is there. My kids have whatever, but I'm more like I'm gonna be your loudest cheer. And I think men want that too. I don't think that ever goes away.
You gotta work.
But what I mean, you want someone
For two
that's
households.
you want someone that's your cheerleader.
Yeah.
You want somebody that's cheering you on. Period. That means this is like the two biggest needs of a person: love and acceptance. That's it.
A man is like this. When I have a relationship with a woman, when it's over, she becomes my bill. When a woman breaks up with a man, for her perspective is, I receive an income. So a woman can have 4 babies by 4 different niggas. For her, it's 4 different incomes.
I don't look at
For the man, he say, I got 4 different baby mamas. I got 4 different households. Every time I meet a new woman and we lock
I
up,
wouldn't date you. I wouldn't date you. Like,
that's what I mean. A man is in a different,
Regardless.
a man is in a different position than a
But watch
woman.
this though. Also date a man that made 100,000 a year. Why? You make 100,000, but you spend 115. I'm still not dating.
That's broke. You basically
That's
15
my
in the
point.
hole.
So yeah, on paper, you make the money, but you don't make good decisions.
That's
with your
it's,
money.
she just hit something deep. It's a lot of people. I said that in a previous video. A lot of people make a lot of money, but they got more expenses than what
Your
they make, and you
liabilities.
broke.
That's it.
Exactly.
You get it? If you're going to get a Maybach, and you ain't got the money to buy the whole Maybach, whatever the cost of the Maybach is, that's what you negative in the hole. The person that don't have no Maybach, you
Don't have
broker,
that.
you broker than them.
That's what
They not
that's
Maybach
true.
money in the hole.
That's what
You
I'm
are.
saying. And not only that, it's so many ramifications to that because once again, how you gonna take care of the household? You know, you spending $10,000 a month on a car.
Not having is not broke.
That's right.
In
That is a
debt
difference.
is broke.
There
When you
you
got
go.
bills and burdens.
And so that's why I tell people, you can find a man that made 100,000 and 115 in debt, or you can find a man he makes 70 and he only got 10,000 in debt. That's more attractive to me.
Yeah, 60.
Real
That's
talk.
60,000 to blow.
There you go. So we done made some plus. We're on the green side of that. So once again, I don't want a man that has so much stuff. Let me get to possessions because we talked about that earlier. You got so many things, your head is up to here. You can't do nothing. In fact, that's why you coming home slamming the damn door.
Yep. Too much business, too much burden.
Exactly. And now your problems have now become my problems. And that is a problem.
And it's gonna pass on to whoever.
Exactly. We generationally pass that on too, because the kids now see the stress. The kids now feel it. It becomes a perpetual cycle of debt, and then we buy out of lack instead of buying out of wealth.
That's my point. We buy out of lack and
Because we
being
don't have-
desperate.
Yes.
If you can't afford to buy something whole out, don't do it unless it's a business move.
Yeah, it gotta be.
You don't buy a business whole out. You
Yeah.
get loans on that. So
That's
if the
true.
business don't work, you ain't blow your own money.
That's right.
But outside of business, personal things, you shouldn't really have no personal wants and desires. You should be working towards shedding those. If you an adult.
Exactly.
Because that's gonna be your burden forever. Every month you got a bill to pay, you just look at all the bills you got every month, that's all your stress.
Yeah.
With people's monthly bills, I guarantee everybody look a little happier.
And that's the thing. You should be going towards debt freedom. That's
Mm-hmm.
me. That's always what I've always been on that for about at least 15 years. Is debt free. In fact, I don't believe in financing cars. I'll never finance other
Yeah, I
people
can't
in
do
my
it.
life ever. And I got some nice stuff, but guess what? I will not be financing. Just won't be doing it.
It's
I
a
do
burden.
not believe in it at all. And my interest rate, on the cars that I had before, is like 1.9. That's low as hell.
Mm.
But even still, the point is, you're gonna make 2 times what I paid the sign of dotted line for. And guess what? If I miss one payment, you're gonna come get it.
And so you lose everything and you
Right.
get it? Mm.
So now it's a whole problem. Can't get to work, can't do anything. So in my perspective, that's why I'm saying we as women actually we need to learn some things and then kind of like infiltrate that into the relationship and help them out because I don't think men are so privy to this information. To be honest,
they
with
not.
you. I mean, I'm always looking for it, if that makes sense. Like I'm going out to look for a way to be better.
Men start off illegal.
Right.
Then they kind of, after they go to jail and shit,
They figure
they
it out.
get that. That's every man. I don't care how geeky he look. He started
So
off
they
on the
straight
wrong
up tell you,
path.
I'm going to jail.
He
Right.
started off on the wrong path. And then you get it? Women start off kind of, you know when you was young.
Well, I don't-
Your
so-
girlfriend 19 years old going to school, you
Well,
selling dope and
let's
shit.
address that. I wouldn't say that's the wrong path. It's just illegal.
Yeah,
I would
illegal.
probably remember we was talking about. what
I
the
say
problem-
wrong because if you do something illegal, then
Right.
they gonna have you.
Right.
And that ain't good for you.
But-
So that's
You get a
wrong.
strike.
But it's not wrong.
Yeah, that ain't
But I'm
wrong.
saying it's still not wrong.
You
More,
talking
I'm
about
speaking
moral.
wrong.
You talking about moral.
I'm talking wrong for you.
Right.
If I'm selling dope and now I know I can end up in jail, that ain't right. You
Yeah.
get it? I don't sell dope because it's wrong because it's illegal.
Right.
I don't sell dope because them niggas gonna lock me up. And that's wrong. So you don't give them nothing. You get it?
That's
Don't
right.
give them it's wrong.
Because
If you
that's
get,
important.
if you give somebody a chance to violate you,
Yeah.
you doing
You're
wrong.
doing wrong. This
You get it?
Yourself.
Right, a
This is
disservice.
a service.
There you go. I'm speaking from that perspective.
I wanna, first of all, now do it seem like we double teaming on her?
Now y'all doing a good job. She took over for a little while.
Well,
Y'all gotta do your
that's
thing.
because now she's speaking from a male's perspective toward the female. She's you know where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Now, just like she said before she make a statement, I know women ain't gonna like when I say this. Because she's speaking from what?
Masculine.
Masculine side, and she's revealing what women refuse to reveal. Most women refuse to reveal about how they are with men. Definitely, when we get child support put on us, we're cut in half immediately.
It is. It's instant. It's like jail to me. That's how I look at it.
So, that's one thing. I want, like I say, commend her. Like, once again, you got to commend her for, you understand, for, because this is what this conversation is about. We're here. It's not about us individually.
It's about men and women in
It's
whole.
about, that's what we said, man and woman as a whole. We talking totality. Totality. Say it again.
Totality.
Totality.
That's very important. I feel
Right.
like, you know, like I said, I tap more into my masculine side more than not. I'm not necessarily a crier. I do if it's something that like I'm very passionate about.
And you
And
watch
I'm
movies.
and I
She
listen,
watch movies and go.
when I'm again caught in the moment of something and I'm moved spiritually.
Yeah.
That will cause me to cry. If I see somebody helping somebody across the street and otherwise they wouldn't have been able to get there, I would cry instantly.
But that's a man thing, because I know men like that.
Yeah,
I'm like
it's
that.
Not a feminine, it's
So-
not a feminine
so-
act.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I do.
Yeah.
I do show that. But in theory, as far as me just crying a whole bunch, I know women that cry to manipulate. I don't do that.
Wait, watch this. Watch this. I believe anger is more of a feminine act than crime.
Anger, more of a feminine.
Yeah, it is.
You
I
could be
think
right.
so.
Men, they get mad.
I got a
They
pond on
slam
that.
the doors. You
Acting real
understand?
extra.
Acting extra.
Yeah.
You understand? They gonna slam the door before they start crying.
But that's not anger. That's like attention-seeking kid stuff.
That's a feminine.
When adults get angry, it get cold and scary.
Yeah.
It might not even be no words said.
Diabolical,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, let me be like, okay, I'm gonna get this
Yeah.
motherfucker.
But
So it's
yeah.
different.
Okay. So,
Anger gets silent
but
and
I-
dangerous.
what I'm basically saying is
Throwing a tantrum.
what I'm saying.
Tantrum.
Yes.
Crying. What I'm saying is crying is not a feminine act. You follow me? Because
Tantrum is.
a tantrum, yeah, seeking attention. That's
Yes.
feminine act.
Narcissism.
Crying is what Blue Bulls say all the time. It's a natural thing.
It is. You got tear ducts.
When there's yeah, you can cry peeling the onion.
You
Yeah,
can
that's
cry yawning.
That's it.
Yawning.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm
Stop
saying?
allergies.
It's all natural. It's a natural thing. Follow me? Therefore, when it goes to a man not showing his emotion, that's the first thing that they feel like. He's not crying. You understand? It's okay for a man to cry. But you don't piss and shit in front of no woman.
I think women want you to gossip your emotional state out with them.
I don't like it, but I understand what you mean.
You get what I mean?
I do.
You know how women pour their heart out
They
to each
wanna
other?
know your
Oh, guess
business.
what?
Yeah,
They
wanna
want to
know
know
your
our business, and we don't talk like that.
We-
Like,
Like I told you, their communication is verbal.
yeah, we don't really.
I talk too goddamn much as it is.
That's why I say a man
Men shut
don't
down
talk
when they-
and
when-
be quiet.
Men like to talk when it's just regular.
Exactly.
But if we gotta go into like our emotions
You
and
don't want to.
our deep traumas, then man shut down. He don't want
Yeah.
to deal. Yeah, he don't want to
And
deal with
then
that.
that's when a woman feels uncomfortable with her man.
You're not opening up.
Because she feels like she's not in charge. She's you understand?
She feel like you hiding something from her.
Yeah, most definitely. That's why I say when she come out, oh, you mad and angry about what happened at work. Some bitch don't come up to the job. You see what I'm saying? So now she feel like you hiding something with,
That is so
that has to do with a
sad.
female.
That's so sad.
It is sad.
I mean, I
But
don't
that's
think
true.
that.
That's
I do
true.
not think if
No,
something. I'm saying in general, you know, I'm listening to you, and that's sad to me that when we equate wrong.
Y'all have any
to
questions? Ask.
That's
Always.
crazy to me.
Most of the
Why
time. But
is
see,
that
but you have been in a relationship with a female.
Well, that's true.
Mm.
I have.
You very right.
If I-
That's what I'm saying. I
Therefore,
can see that.
that's what I'm saying. So I experience, that's why I say my experience is different from his. You follow me? So my experience is different from his. But the experiences that I've had in the past. You follow me?
I
In the
can see
past.
that though. I
Don't
can see
mean that it's Karen,
Right.
cause I've learned, you understand, if I see it, I recognize it, and then I don't deal with it. Tell any woman from henceforward, I don't care who they are, I do not deal with insecurities. So when you call and ask where I'm at, I tell you where I'm at, and you say, oh, it don't sound like it, time me to hang up the phone.
Well, you did better though. You actually answered the question. Some
That
men
was-
go zero.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but
It-
it depends,
you're
it
not-
depends on, you
But
understand?
listen to this question. This is where I want to talk about that because this is where they had that book a long time ago. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. We don't communicate the same. When I ask you, where are you? That's figurative and literal. That's not just literal. Okay? I'm not physically asking you where you are literally. That I'm where are you mentally?
What are your location?
Are you okay? What's going on? How are you? That is multi-layered, okay?
Well, that's just like
When a woman asks you, where are
It's
you?
like
Slide
saying
something
bill.
in there.
It's
When
just
the-
like saying bill.
Where are you? That means
Am I
come
calling
home.
you bill, or are we
Yeah,
talking
but see,
about
but
the
that's
bill?
not my perspective. When I ask a man, where are you? First of all, I'm not saying it in a didactic tone.
But you would prefer him to be with you because you wouldn't even that thought of to
Well,
ask him
it
that.
could be something as simple as, hey, you're working and I'm working and I'm on the way home. Hey, babe, where are you? That's how I would ask.
Because you ready
where
to
the fuck
meet.
you at? Where you at?
But you
That's
ask
not me.
if he's coming from work and you on, you like, hey babe, where you at? It's because you're trying to see him.
Right, I want to connect.
So that's what I'm
That's
saying.
disconnected.
When the
But-
woman
but
asks
I
you,
don't
where are
like-
you? It's because she want you to come home or wherever she is.
Well, connect. Because for me,
Indirectly, it means like, get over
Because I don't
here.
necessarily have to have your presence. Talking to me is connection,
Watch this.
right?
Watch this.
So if you just take a few minutes to talk to me, that's soothing to me,
Mm-hmm.
right? Hey, babe, I'm just doing this, that, and the
Then what if they don't believe you when you be like, oh, I'm just doing so and so?
ask questions like that. I don't feel like it's my place. I'm not your damn. Okay? But when you tell me where you are and I understand, I can hear you clearly. Okay, well, just hit me up when you. I'm off. I'm gone. I'm out. Why?
They gotta have some type of security of knowing.
But
Yeah.
that's not as a woman.
Security.
Y'all don't
That's
understand
insecure.
that.
Insecurity is
No.
what makes her ask the question. Now watch this.
But
Now watch this.
you can look up any
My
book.
twin
Mm-hmm.
can call me and say, bro, where you at? I'm gonna feel some kind of way.
Yeah, I've been like that too.
First thing I'm gonna say is
What you want?
what you want.
Yeah, what do you want? It don't matter where I'm at.
Now, if I call my twin, when I ask him, bro, where you located? I don't ask where he's at.
Mm-hmm.
Say where you located. You understand? Because his line of work, I will come and help him where he's located. I'm not asking him what you doing. You understand? I'm
Where
not
you at?
asking being concerned. I'm not asking where your state of mind is. You understand?
You basically saying I'm coming to you. So where's you
Where you
located?
located? If you're close enough,
You know what?
I'll come here.
It used to be a show called Bewitched. And in Bewitched, they had this lady across the street named Gladys Kravitz. And Gladys Kravitz was very nosy. She would be looking out her window, trying to see what's going on in Bewitched's place. Well, our women has become a Gladys Kravitz. They have become very nosy. It's not like that they looking out for the house no more. They're being nosy, trying to figure out what's going on. Why? Because their minds have been infiltrated. And we are against you, and we're going to continue to be against you until we understand who we are again. Our women are completely off the rocker. Again, I call them weed heads.
But that's the problem. You're hearing that, but that's not what I'm saying. When
But-
I say something of that nature, it could be I want to put a hot meal on the table for you.
Mm.
And I do cook like
But
that.
don't
Now, wait a
ask,
minute.
don't ask questions, tell what you going
I get it. We all scarred.
Right.
That's
Don't
my
ask-
point.
We all scarred.
Because you
No,
wait
no.
a minute. No, we're
A
gonna
man
talk
is
about
scarred
this shit. We're gonna talk about it.
From
because
people trying to
once
know where
again,
he at,
we
and
can't
you get
even
it?
Do something as simple
But
as wait a minute. Wait a
questions, tell me
minute.
what you want.
Why would I tell you if I'm trying to surprise you? Why would I tell you that?
That's what I mean. We scar. We go through what we do, and then it's like
That's surprises.
we forget about things like that. Like, oh yeah, maybe if somebody.
There's always a twist.
Yeah.
It's
That's
always
a potential
the woman.
surprise.
The woman put a twist on,
It's always a
on
potential
whatever she
surprise.
want to convey.
Right.
But
It's
that's
a
not what
potential
she
surprise.
wanted from the beginning.
It ain't. It's
See,
a
that,
But that's
that-
wrong.
this-
That's not
this
true.
This is one thing about it.
That's not true.
This one thing, well, the women that I have
Mm-hmm.
been involved with in the past, they're called, where you at? What you doing? Who you around?
See, that's too many
You
questions.
want to know, you understand? But I'm not gonna tell you because before I left, I invited you with me.
Mm-hmm.
So when I left, you knew where I was going. So you don't have to ask me where I'm at. Now you ask me, I don't answer your question. Now we're going into an insecurity, but goddamn it, you the one that started the insecurity.
But you
I
gave
don't
a lot of
deal.
information.
I don't
You
deal
really
with
did.
the reaction. I don't deal with the reaction.
In his
Let's deal with the
perspective, I
action.
understand his problem. But my thing is,
If I-
you said you clearly told her. Men don't do that. You said I told you before I left where I was going.
at.
Most men,
If
I'm out.
if I get off work, listen, if I get off work and don't come straight home,
Mm-hmm.
right? She called me. Where you at? I'm on my way home.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's 2 hours and you haven't met. I'm on my way home. For another 2 hours, I might get there in another 2 hours. I'm on my way home.
That's-
I'll talk to you. A man, freedom. A man works all his life trying to be free.
Mm-hmm.
A woman try to take that freedom.
A man and a woman both have to understand when you get into a relationship, you giving up a half of yourself. You giving up 50% of yourself, they giving up 50%, and you gonna put y'all 50 together to make yourselves whole, 100.
Exactly.
But my
You
50
can't
that I
ask
want
the
for myself
hold
is
on.
freedom.
But you can't want to be one with somebody and free. You serving two masters.
That's true.
That's not.
It is.
No,
As men
no.
and women, they both gotta get that.
Uh-huh.
When you decide you want to be with someone, you giving up 50% of
How
yourself.
can you operate as one when you over here and I'm
You
over
giving
here?
up most of your individuality.
How you
You get it?
explain this to me. When you go to work, right?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Are you with them then?
See, this
Now,
we would get in the gang and move as one with the gang. And we'll go to work and work on the assembly line and work as one. But then the most important thing when you like
don't
marry
get
a
it.
woman,
That's what I'm saying. That's
you
what
get
I'm
it?
saying.
We won't work
That's
with
a
that.
problem to me.
When that's the only
what I'm
thing that we
saying- what
truly
I'm
got
saying-
to.
What I'm saying is that, see, you.
In both ways, not just for the
So
woman.
where going to be gone when he's
Right.
at work?
But it's okay.
No,
When
I'm
he's
s-
not at work, it ain't okay. for
No,
him
I'm
to be
saying
gone.
both sides.
Now, listen.
Same thing.
Me and my
Because you have
lady-
women that want to be free
Uh-huh.
while being in a relationship.
No,
So
no,
it's
no,
both
when I say
ways.
free, we're speaking that, oh, no, I'm not worried about where I'm going. I'm just dealing with where I am.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm going is already stationary good. Are you follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when I'm
Focus
at
where
work,
I'm
the
at.
time when I'm at work, you know what I'm saying? You don't call. Why? Because you already know that's where I am or that's where I'm supposed to be.
Hold on, let me say something deep.
Go ahead.
Marriage is a union, right?
Yes.
Being in a relationship is a union, right? We lie to ourselves. We try to make ideals what we want them to be. You cannot unify with somebody and still be pulling for individuality. And until we get that, you ain't gonna make no point.
Individuality
You're gonna have to
is-
live the sloppiness that come with that imbalance.
It's just like you trying to tell me we both feel the same thing. We don't.
Y'all
feel-
have to.
No.
And that has to be the goal.
If they-
That I feel my lady feeling, she feel mine, we start to merge.
That unification that you're talking about, it eliminates it. He keep talking about how we talk so much. Well, we don't have to talk if we in sync with you.
She
We ain't
get
gotta
what I'm
talk,
saying.
because know
You
what?
gotta,
I know you're going to the right, so I'm
she
with
going
you.
to the right. Or if she need to go to the left to cover that,
That's right.
So watch this. If both of them go into Target together,
going where?
Target.
Target,
Right?
where you think he's gonna go? He's gonna go to the men's section. She's going to the female.
No, I'm going to the men's section.
There you go. They supposed to go to the female section or whichever section is closest and work their way around together to the,
That's
to
what I'm
the,
saying.
you get
I'm
it?
gonna
But see,
separate.
I don't think you understand when togetherness can be a separation as well.
No, it can't.
Yes, it can.
Got serving two
Understand
masters.
this. Understand this, no? Because again, you don't know when I say the separation, it's just like when dealing with, let's say, celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? How do relationships need to be together? right? Even when someone's in the service and someone's here at home.
Don't usually work.
That's
Huh?
right, they have a high probability.
It don't
Right, but it don't mean that they're not together.
They're
See,
not really.
Huh?
They're not.
It's mental
It's
anyway. It's all mental
anyway,
anyway.
man. It's all mental.
It's all
If
mental.
I'm gonna tell you like
Being
this.
together don't mean that we have to be.
Listen,
in the same-
can I say one
in
thing?
the
Quick.
same
One thing
space.
quick. If a man work a job here and his woman work a job there, they doomed to fail. That's how deep it is. Meaning we like to play games on what unity is, even as a people.
I agree.
And we keep trying to play games like, no, but I gotta be able to do this. When we all learn to give up the ego and the self
Exactly.
and get to a higher plane where it's not about, I need to be, because whatever the man doing when the woman call him like, what you doing, he ain't doing nothing anyway. Nothing important.
Yeah.
And vice versa with the woman. You play dumb, but she ain't doing shit.
Exactly.
You over here wasting your fucking time. Think about it. You go to the club, your lady home, she ain't doing shit in the house, and you ain't doing nothing at the club. Y'all just wasting y'all time. Playing separation games. You get it? I'm going to work here, you go to work here. Now this is how society make us live, but do you see how it work? It don't never work for us, or nobody.
Well, because we start out coming out of a broken home. We already discovered that. And again,
Separation.
you have to realize I am challenged in this area because I saw mom and dad every day. So for me to be in a relationship and a man likes to just stay gone, that is not, in my head, what it should look like.
It's not gonna last like that. That's
Because
not unity.
once again, I'm saying to you, I value you. I want to be connected with you. If I'm not sleeping with you or having sex with you, you're no different than my brother.
Yep.
The sex is what is defining that relationship. If you always gone, how the hell we having sex? Because you're out working all day, right? Then you come home, you may clean up, do this, that, and the other. Then you out the door, so there's no sex again. Then you come back and you perpetuate the same cycle. There's no freaking intimacy at all.
It's selfish, truly. Meaning, as a man, I brought myself to, because I look at it like this. I'm single, and when I'm single, it's to better myself.
What it's for.
For when I
Singleness.
do find the next woman, I look at it like this. Whatever relationship I had that didn't work, it's my fault. Because I got to live with me.
I was ill-equipped.
I could sit here and be like, man, she messed it up. And even if she did mess it up, I dealt with you knowing you wasn't even right.
That's right.
And so when I'm single, I try to take that time to completely balance myself out.
Exactly.
And so I know when I get with the next woman, it's not about me being away from her ever. Otherwise, I can just be single and smash her out.
Right.
We try to keep things on the side for later. I'm gonna run the streets, you chick back in the house cleaning
Fear,
shit like
fear.
that. I'll be back later.
I understand.
And we truly doing that, you get it? From a place of being slick.
It's fear. And
Meaning a man fuck himself over.
What's the slick part?
But
What's
guess
the
what?
slick part?
In
A
doing
man
that-
want to have a woman, which is a unified thing, and then he want to have a separate thing. You get it?
So in other words, money
It
over
was
here,
separate
money
when
over
you
there.
put it
That's separate.
together.
But that's
It was
separate
separate
when-
when you put it together, man.
What you mean?
Whatever that man was doing
He's continuing.
before he met her,
He has to change that.
no.
Building
Because
race
if you
cars,
change that, guess
going
what
to the
happens?
racetrack.
Guess what happens?
Remember when I said a man got to give
No,
up 50% and a woman got to give up her 50 so they can merge? You can't have a 200% relation. That don't make no sense.
Look, man, if
When
you
you're
look at
dealing
it-
with wholeness, you got to give up a half of yourself to merge in that half with the other half.
But guess what? If she loves you enough, she won't even allow you, in my perspective, to give up all that. So in other words,
No, you have.
wait.
We
What I'm saying is,
we have.
if you
'Cause you
love,
don't- that's just
if
trying to-
if you
you-
love race cars and that's what you do. So now you're in a relationship. I'm expecting more time from you. You're not having enough time to go pursue your race car dream, so to speak. Now I have to do two things. One, I can leave you be. Or two, I can say, well, baby, what can I do?
To help you.
Exactly.
Change that flat that you was talking about.
Right. What can I do to be a part of the race? Can I help you with the race car? Can I be there? Can I make y'all lunch?
Exactly.
What can I do?
But,
So
but
now,
you see this. He didn't have to change what he was doing. She just conformed.
allow. It's a state of allowing.
She conformed. One thing about it, when I get in a relationship, if a lady don't like to do what I'm doing, I don't get involved with that type of relationship. You understand?
You're not getting my
Woman has-
point.
Huh?
You speaking from the perspective that you perfect.
No, I'm not.
We
What I'm
all
saying is-
got enough problems with us
Uh-huh.
where 50% can always get you up to the side. You feel
But
me?
let me put it like
It's
this.
put like-
Always.
But see, you
Right
don't
now, there's
know-
50% of
but
you.
you-
If you go through
but
yourself,
God,
there's
you
50% of you that ain't be
Yeah,
there.
but you don't know.
You get
The
it? And that's
thing
everybody.
but-
We got
but-
our flaws.
You got your flaws.
These are not flaws, but when you talking about merging yourself with another person,
Yes.
this is what makes it a flaw. Standing by yourself, there is no flaw.
Right, you perfect.
You perfected. But when you trying to merge, you have to perfect the merging. You're perfect as an individual, but that ain't good as a relationship or a group.
There you go. And that's what
But
I always
so
say.
what determines
When you decide you want to be a part of a group, you have to give away a part of yourself that's the individual.
self-
but you don't give
Selfless.
you don't give all of you.
We didn't say all.
You
But
give
y'all
away
feel about
all the
that.
parts of you that do not go with
That's
group.
conducive to the relationship.
Right,
So this is
exactly.
Whatever part of you gonna interfere
How
with the
do you
code,
determine what's conducive to the
If you
relationship?
have
when you have an
problems.
argument.
Right, exactly.
This, you say, I'm going out. Baby, oh, here you go out. That's the part of you that
That's
don't
not
go with the,
to the relationship.
you get it?
Right.
So
That's how you know.
Again, maybe that part of me is what me in the relationship in the first place.
Exactly.
So you can't.
What you mean?
Exactly.
You saying maybe like you going out is how you keep the relationship strong.
So this might be my outlet.
Then that
my
mean the
persona.
relationship ain't strong if you need an out
That might
to
be
come
right.
back.
No. It's almost like this. If, let's say that, let's just do that. If, let's say she came to me because she liked my car, right? And so now, if I pull her with my car, we in a relationship now, right? I could pull the next woman with my car. Should I give up my car for the relationship?
Yes,
Why?
because you're not you anymore. You're in a relationship.
But again, the car is not what would have me in the relationship.
Say that
I'm
again.
in the car is not what has me in the relationship. It's just what attracted her to me. So why should I give up that which attracted her to me?
Exactly.
You should give up whatever is interfering with the
How's
blend,
it interfering with us? It was okay when she came to the car.
but it's not no more.
Because for
Because
her,
she changed.
it's not okay. It's not.
That's
it's
her
not
insecurity.
for me.
That's her insecurity. She's gonna
I give up. This car is who I am. This right. This is who I am.
It's not a material item.
Now what? Use that as an
I know, I get what you're saying.
Right. So this is who the state of mind, right? If this is who I am,
You
why should I change?
You swing out dancing.
Right.
That's what we do. We swing out dance, right?
Mm-hmm.
We go out swing out dancing. We go to the club, meaning we just club meet. Club closes at 2:00. We go get something to eat, get some gas. Be 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. To 4 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
You follow me? Sitting around, a lot of gathering with the fellas. That's what we do.
There's no changing and growth without shedding.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
I believe in, if I'm with a woman and she say, I don't like this, whatever you don't like, it could go. It doesn't matter. Nothing don't make me. I'm me.
Okay, so
You
so-
get it?
So
Yeah.
what if you met the woman dancing and that's what she was doing?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she come there to find a man. After she find a man, she leave the dancing world. But the man, this is his recreation.
What's more
That's how
important
he
to
get-
you, the woman or your recreation?
But
What's
the
more
recreation-
beneficial?
Recreation may be the glue.
What's more
But
beneficial
the glue-
to
the-
your
the
survival?
If the recreation gonna take care of your ass.
That's what I mean. What's more
If the recreation
beneficial
gonna
to
take
your
care of ass
livelihood?
and you
But
can't
what
pay
if-
for your bills?
Again,
Dancing.
the recreation may be the glue that's keeping the relationship together. Because guess what? If I stop, take truck driving for
You already
instance.
know if he
Say-
stop
say-
dancing, he gonna come home slamming doors.
Shit, you
Because
goddamn
dancing
ain't no-
is what gets it.
Because he don't want to accept the shedding. You get it?
Yeah.
The little kid want to sell dope and not grow up and get a job, and he gonna slam the doors too, cause he don't want to grow. And the man that like to dance
But
at the
where's the
club,
growth at?
he don't want to
Who
shed that.
determines the growth?
The growth have to do with the conflict. So if you have a partner and then you see the conflict coming in, this is when the growth of the
But the
relationship
con-
comes.
but it
Is
was
the
there in
conflict,
first place.
if the, is the
The
con,
conflict came with her. not
hold
with
on,
the rela-
is
not
the
with
conflict, is the conflict stronger than the relationship going to determine how far y'all gonna go? So every time y'all get a conflict, that is what y'all have to get past to get to a bigger.
Yeah.
It's like growing up, you gonna fall, if you
Building
can't
muscle,
get up.
building muscle.
Right.
You building muscle and
That's
strength
it.
together, making y'all more and more. Meaning everything y'all overcome as a couple, it's gonna make y'all more and more one.
Merge together.
Every time y'all let a conflict come in between y'all,
And you stay
y'all
this
gonna go
way.
more and more and more
That's
separate.
exactly right.
So every time your lady asks something to you, you gotta oblige to keep everything tight. Because once you go against it, it's gonna stay that way.
Yeah, it
You
never
get
comes
it?
back. It
And then
never
you're gonna
comes
start
back.
saying, you know what, I wanna do this. You're gonna start bothering her about it.
Yep.
You don't even wanna really go dance, but it's just a point that she thinks she could tell you what to do.
And I'm not
You
gonna.
get it?
Yep.
If you remove that from the mind and say it ain't even about her telling me what to do and ain't none of this about none of this. It's just about me and my lady becoming unified to the pinnacles of unity. And so I'll shed anything to get it there. Because once we get there, you get my point?
So that's
Yeah.
the true
We can't be
definition-
knocked
that's the
over.
true definition of success.
Yeah,
to me.
you say that.
That
Yeah,
sounds
you
good.
say
It
that.
sounds
Watch
good.
this.
But it
Yeah,
ain't-
it is.
Let me give you an example.
It
Let-
is.
let me
It
give you an
sounds
example.
good, but again.
If you
see,
try
watch
it, you'll
this.
see.
Watch
You're
this.
gonna either strengthen with your lady or the world. You
Watch
get
this.
it?
But again, I don't separate. See again.
You have to.
No, again.
Your
See,
lady
you don't-
in
let
your
me-
home
let
is
me-
to
let me-
is to keep
let
you
me-
safe from that.
Right.
A man shouldn't even want to be in the world because you see what happened to us.
Right.
But what? But
If you lucky enough to have a lady, nigga, you should want to be with her all day. Cause you going to jail, you gonna get shot. Outside of that, energies, you get
You
it?
can go. I mean, you can have a rate going to work. What's the difference?
Let me give you an
Separated
example
from the
real
lady
quick.
though.
Let me give you an
You get my
example real
point?
quick.
I mean, it's almost like this. So, how can I put it? So, if I say, well, hey, you know, this big old house, this don't mean nothing to me.
Let's sell the house and go get a small
Let's go
house.
get us a shack,
Mm-hmm.
right? You think she's willing to do that?
But that's pointless.
Why?
It's going backwards.
Yeah,
No, it's
like
not.
why?
How's it going
That's
backwards?
material.
But this
I don't see the point.
This don't seem nothing. It don't mean nothing.
You got two people in a 3-story home.
It don't
That's-
mean nothing. To
that's-
me. So again,
You follow what I'm
but
saying?
this is might be what.
No, I get what you're saying.
so-
And so then she should go with it.
But
Huh?
two people
She should
in
go
a
with
two-story
it.
home, but what
She
if you
should
got children, right? So you're gonna have
Now,
Thanksgiving
What
over
the
there
children?
with-
What the children is gone?
No. Listen
on
what I'm
their
saying.
own.
Children
But
with
she want to say
grandkids.
she want to hold exactly.
Yes.
She,
Children
a
with
woman.
grandkids.
Can I say this? Can I say this?
Remember, I told you.
This is the easiest way to put it. You gotta make sure you love the person all the way. Because then you're not gonna look for nothing to go against them.
That's what I'm saying.
You get it? If she say I want to have a 3-story block and a reverse. If he say I want to move into a shack, she gonna okay, let's
She
do
had a
it.
problem with me going out. Shouldn't have never got with.
But it gotta make sense. You get it?
Okay.
Like if the man say we need to move into a shack and it make all the way sense, she should be easy to go into that.
Exactly.
And he should
If it
he should
makes
have the
sense.
mind if it makes sense. And if she make the higher call where she's showing like no, it don't make sense. We need to stick with what we doing. Then the man need to
It's
be
not
able to
gonna
go.
Make sense to her because she want to leave generational wealth, which is the house.
Hmm.
You follow where I'm coming from? He just feel like, hey, we can cut down on bills. You understand?
Yeah,
We-
but
we-
I'm
we-
in-
and cutting down on bills. You understand?
I'm in real
We
estate.
get into a smaller home.
Smaller home don't mean
For
cheaper
me and
expenses,
you.
okay?
You follow where I'm coming from? For me and you. And
Mm-mm.
I've given up my dancing.
Hmm.
So you just give up the home. That way, we move into a home. Now you don't have the jurisdiction over the home like I don't have jurisdiction over the money.
So the thing about it,
But
Where
that
they
don't
coming
make
from?
sense.
see the thing about it,
Now-
men don't have
now-
nothing to give up.
Yeah.
You
Men
don't want
have
to
nothing- they don't
tear
have-
you don't want to tear the woman down.
That's what I have a
You don't want to take away from your own self. And you get my point? Meaning if the
no,
lady if the woman got a 3-story house and you want to move to a
What is a
Not,
lot?
not necessarily shack.
Yeah,
No, I'm not
a
saying
smaller.
that's shack.
But
I'm downgrade.
what
Let's
is
use
the
the word
take?
downgrade.
Hmm?
Just use
What
the
is the
word.
take?
But I'm telling you now,
What's the
in real estate,
downgrade?
downgrading is more expensive. You're not understanding me.
you-
No,
we-
this
we-
is truth,
we-
bro.
we-
Like,
you know the numbers.
If
We're
the
not talking about
downgrading
that.
needs to happen
What if
because
I-
it's
what if I
up
say-
to the neck,
Yeah,
What if I
that's
say?
then yeah.
that's different.
But if it's just an ideal, like, well, I
Right.
think we need to.
Yeah.
You
Why?
get it? Y'all can just, that's not important. You get my point? It ain't nothing to really,
But once again, you say you gel in together. Both.
I agree with you on that.
You
If,
gotta-
if, if you wanna go to something smaller, I'm like that. I'd rather smaller.
But as a matter of
yeah,
fact,
you get
Cheaper.
older, you don't want
But
to
it's
maintain the
not even-
yard.
not
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
Smaller is
that.
better.
Not
I,
even with that. Just like what Melanie said about, oh, if he had his own home, buy his own home, he can do what he wants. Okay, so I get my own home, and if you want to be in a relationship, then you come over here to my home.
So
That
I get
way,
what you're
I'll
saying.
be the-
It's
I'll
gonna be-
You know what I'm saying? You say topsy-turvy, they don't want to deal with
Yeah,
that.
but I don't
Because a woman will not. She will give up something, but she won't relinquish
Nothing.
everything.
But
She expect a man to relinquish everything, even his attention.
mhm.
A man can go to his mother's house too often for a woman. I'm over here cutting my mama's yard. Oh, I'm over here putting my mama's fence up. I'm over here putting windows in the house. Why you need to come home.
Mhm.
Your mama don't have no man. Is she paying you for that? This my mama. Well, she need to be she can pay somebody else to do that.
Mhm.
You got sons, let the grandsons do what you doing. That's my mama.
A relationship is
you're
acquired
supposed to cleave to.
in that part.
Yeah, no.
And so we gonna have everything we
I
pay
am
for.
better.
Insatiable, and they're gonna continue to be.
Yeah.
Pure plain and simple.
Everybody wanna be
So
individual.
guess what?
So
Exactly.
we
Now,
all
I said
battling-
insatiable.
We all battling
In other
individuality.
words, as much as you give them, you can give them your all, and it won't be enough.
You see how in religion they say, man, the devil is the self, and you need to become more whole. Everybody battling with their individuality.
Individual.
All suffering in life, whether relationship or as a people, because people go of their
But my
individuality,
My thing is, Osiris,
right?
all
And
that,
we all got to be individual.
but for all that, want to give to a relationship.
It's not about the relationship; it's to the self. See, when you're looking at yourself and your lady as one, we're not talking about a relationship.
Somebody separate.
We talking about half and half equaling the whole. You're not even looking at her like when we in a relationship. That's my other half, if anything. And mom wouldn't even be thinking in those kind of terms like, my lady want to do this and I want to do that.
It's compartmentalizing it.
It's already merged. You're not even thinking in that way. You get it? Y'all already compatible. There wouldn't be no situation where y'all like, I want to stay here and we need to go there. Y'all would be blended already.
Exactly.
On the same frequency already. You
Exactly.
get it? And so most of the conflicts we have is a battle of individuality.
What's these come
What is these women powwows and all that?
What are you talking
Say that
Women
again?
Conferences and all that.
Say that again?
Women conferences and all these powwows that women have. That's a separation, right?
I don't agree with that. As a businesswoman, I go to business conferences.
I don't
for
pay-
women.
I don't pay attention to
Not
what women do.
necessarily
Yeah.
to separate from
Just the man.
Exactly. It's
But just to
separation.
learn.
Because I'm the man.
Right.
But my thing is, Silas can only teach me so much. He's a man.
Mm-hmm.
A woman tells me something because she has a period like I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to receive her differently. She tells me, girl, giving childbirth hurts. You know why I'm going to listen to her? She's a damn woman. Silas tell me childbirth hurts. Oh, okay. Have you experienced it, Silas? No, and never will. So in theory, he's not credible.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom line, he's not credible. Not in that subject matter, not in everything, but in that one, no. He cannot give me anything that's going to make me feel self-assured, confident about having a baby, and he ain't no doctor,
One
and he's a man.
thing he can give you, watch this, one thing he can give you is a perspective of a man.
I
How
get
you can
that.
keep- How
I
you can
get
keep
that.
your man.
I disagree with that, with the man giving a woman the perspective of a woman.
Of a woman, of a man.
A man can tell a woman about childbirth and all these things.
Oh.
Now, the woman may gravitate to the other woman telling her, but in all true reality, you get my point? That's just our little thing we play on ourselves.
But then too, she
Say,
don't
man, the
know
woman know I know better,
Then
but that ain't truly the
then too,
reality.
She don't know the true measure either, cause she's.
You get, that's the realities of it. It's all about
But the,
removing.
if we walk outside and it's a guy's like my neighbor outside, you're gonna gravitate towards him automatically. Why? It's men. And me as a woman, what do I look like standing in the middle of 10 guys? Huh? Is that my place to stand up there with 10 guys? No. That's my point. So it ain't about him being right or what's wrong. You're just gonna gravitate because it's male energy there.
I get what she's saying. It's not a right or wrong thing. She's just saying,
It's
like,
just
what's going to
facts.
happen?
It's just going to happen. It's factual. So that's all I'm saying. It's not about, because I am not anti-man. I'm not. I came in a household that had a man. And let me tell you, my dad was one of the best around. Period. Hands down. Period. Like, I've never seen better yet. I'm just saying. So with
I
that,
guess she don't know Jesus.
so I'm just saying, with that being the
That's because
case,
he wasn't in a relationship with you, he wanted.
but that being the case, again, I'm able to separate him being a husband and him being a dad.
Daddy, exactly.
So when he had problems with my mama, I didn't hold that against him. They had nothing to do with me
Okay.
as a child.
Thank
So
you.
I did not look at my dad any less. Even my mom, when he passed, she said, "Y'all don't know what your daddy used to do." I said, "You know what, mama? I don't, because I don't know that part.
Wait,
I
you
know
said,
this part."
you said, is separate from a husband and a father?
Right. So what
That's not right.
But what I'm saying is this: I personally, as a child, do not know him as a husband. In other words, he ain't came home and told me no to sex.
A husband and a father supposed to be one thing. How do you get to be a father and not be the husband first? So our minds is fucked up.
Well,
You
what
see
I'm
my
saying
point?
is, though, as a child, how can I judge him on being a husband?
Because you have a mother.
Wait a minute.
Wait, because you have a mother and the mother is one. And so if the man ain't treating the woman right, that's the same as him not being a good father. How you a good father beating your wife ass? You get it? How you gonna say he a good husband but a bad father? Them your kids. If he a bad fucking father, how can he be a
I thought.
I understand.
how can he be a good daddy and he whooped your mama ass?
What I'm saying is, I cannot have a perspective of husband
right.
because I'm not in that.
You can, because you have the mother and that husband's your daddy, and these things is one. Meaning a daddy and a husband is one thing, a man.
I get that.
Once you separate it, you give room for a man to be a low life in one area and good in another. And that don't work like
I
that.
understand.
You
that.
get it? If you're gonna be a good husband, you have to be a good father.
Watch this.
If you're gonna be a good father, then you have to be a good husband.
I never saw my dad not being
She
a
was
good
giving,
husband.
but
Yeah,
look
she was
at
giving
her
her.
perspective
But
with
what-
her husband. Her ex-husband.
And so she expect what she expect out of her husband,
But no,
because
I'm
she
saying
know what
he's
her
a good
husband
father.
is.
He's a good father. She says he's a good father.
She's saying he a good father because of the way he was a husband.
Huh?
You get my point?
But he's not.
No, he's not a good husband.
He's not a good
No,
husband.
And
He's
he's a
talking
good
about my
provider.
ex-husband.
Right,
What I'm
right.
saying is,
He
in
was a good
theory,
provider.
at that time in my life, he was not a good husband. He would honestly say that.
But was he a good
himself.
father?
He was.
How does that work?
So wait a minute.
Provider.
When we divorced, then that's not true either. But
Yeah.
when we divorced and we separated, he continued to rear those children.
But he could have did that with you.
That's true, but he did not decide to do that.
He can't be a good father. How do you a good father outside of that? I'm like this. I could never be 100% good father because I'm not in a household and I'm not about to play with myself on that. My kids could have had me every day, all day.
But my kids have him every day, even though we don't live together.
But then you don't if he got him every day.
No, we split. We have them every day. My household is different. I told you that. I take them to school every day, every day. So they see us together every single day.
Okay.
That's a different household, most definitely.
So there is no
It's an adjustment to brokenness.
right. I agree with that.
If it's an adjustment to
But
brokenness,
it's our normal.
then it ain't right still. You get it?
Yeah, I can.
Y'all could do that together. Y'all playing games. So it's like we with the kids together every day. Well, then why y'all ain't just together? Because we
if
can't
we
be.
was together, we
So
would
then
be
that's
together.
my point. If y'all was together, y'all wouldn't be good, parents and spouses, because y'all be busy fighting. And so that's all that there is.
Exactly.
You get it? We like to play around that.
I see. So
That's what
in
I'm
all
saying.
reality-
And so it's gonna keep happening. You get it? This is how we have man or woman after woman, and breakup after breakup, and then we try to fix what's broken, and then that become the standard, and we forget the true point. What never that supposed to never be.
Well, that's definitely why, from my research, why we have so much poverty in our in our community.
Community.
Because of divorce.
Yep.
That's like the number one killer right there.
Yep.
So I do know that for a fact.
Separation.
I had my first kid at 19, and I had my second kid at 29. You get it? And so meaning I don't rush. One kid, one relationship over, I give myself time to grow and fix whatever I was doing wrong in that one, so I don't carry it over to the next.
Right.
And then you get it? Everybody you meet ain't gonna be perfect,
Right.
but there's still adjustment. And so I try to get to a place by the time I'm 50 or whatever the case is, shed all that bull. We got ego. You get it? So a man say like, I could be a good father and be a husband. That's fool's talk. You get it? We as men got to start to get real. If I'm gonna be a father, then I could be a good husband too. It's easier to be a good husband than a good father.
In my opinion, yes.
So it don't make no sense when you look at it from pure heart.
But you gotta value the role of, I was talking about that earlier, title of husband. A lot of men don't aspire to be no husband. When I was younger, my mom got married at 18. That was my dream. I wanted to be married when I graduated, which I graduated early at 17. So that was my dream. Did it happen? No. Did not happen for me. It wasn't because it wasn't what I wanted. It happened.
Well, I don't believe in marriage. I believe the system takes advantage of two people that goes through the institution of marriage. So I don't believe in marriage. That's not my goal. And I don't want, I have 3 boys, and I tell them that's not their goal in life. Marriage puts you at a disadvantage. It allows the system to take control of all of your decisions. The judge is what separates everything that y'all accomplished in that merger. That's
Marriage
what
is a part of wholeness. So in my belief, I don't want to say my belief, but the way of life I live, it's all about shedding the individuality. This what give us all our problems. We just don't want to accept that.
That's true.
You get it? And so it's not about not being married. It's about being married. It's about being one with the whole community. You get it? It's about all the things that got to do with wholeness.
Oneness. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And so
Well,
I never been married, but
the word that I use,
it have to be that way.
Yeah, the word that I use in place of the merger is competitive or companion. And I have a companion. A companion is my company. My companion caused me to compromise. You follow where I'm coming from? My companion is the one that makes me come.
Literally.
So to see you something. So that's why I look at the merger that you're speaking of. And marriage in our society is going to the judge and to the preacher, the man with the dress on.
I mean, that's the requirements to be married by the system
By the
too.
system, that's what I'm saying.
But that shouldn't even bother you if you already married spiritually. What would it matter
Right.
if they
So-
require you to go to the
so to
courthouse?
keep from
You like,
being
that's my wife
confused.
anyway, I'll do it.
Yeah, to keep from being confused, instead of using the word marriage, meaning that I went, oh, when did you get married? I didn't get invited to the wedding. It wasn't a wedding. Well, how are you married? You go down to the court, at the court? No.
When you all the way in
Keep
with
that.
the bond,
Yeah.
you'll start to notice like, okay, I can give up this thing or that thing. It ain't that deep.
Ain't that
Yeah,
serious.
yeah, but
Get
that's
it?
what it is. Yeah, but like I say, the compatibility. She's my companion.
The end road for an individual is aloneness. So just always remember that.
Is what?
You could control everything and fight for your individuality, and you're gonna be alone.
Right.
And so you
No,
just sit
no.
with self and make sure that's what you want. And if you get to a point where you say, I don't really want to be alone, then you better start shaving all your individuality.
Exactly.
Are you gonna be alone?
I agree with you. with that. You know
It's
what I'm saying?
real.
I agree.
And when I said that, what was the word I used? Compromise.
Compromise.
That's the only person I have to
Companion.
compromise with. You follow where I'm coming
Mm-hmm.
from? Because that's my companion, my compromiser. So, you know, certain things, I'm still holding ego.
Yeah.
You follow me?
We all like
certain
that.
things because if if uh, if she don't budge in the area, you understand? I don't budge in that area because those two conflicting, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm. The
entities.
egos.
Yeah, you follow where I'm coming from?
See, because she don't do it, so you say I ain't doing it. But if you
No,
do
no,
it,
I don't.
you get
You
it?
sow the seed.
You let her win. She say I ain't compromising with you.
Yeah.
So then you let the uncompromiser win instead of saying, well, I'm a compromise with you.
Yep.
And so we stuck here.
Yeah.
You ain't compromising, but I am.
Yep.
Now what you doing?
You
Okay.
force-
Make her
you force
follow you.
somebody- Yep, you force somebody. to
But
do
you let her
something.
win. She say I ain't compromising, so you say I ain't either. Now you get it? The
Now
evil
it's
side
this.
Now
wins.
watch this. Now watch this. Watch this.
No growth.
There you
So-
go.
so-
No growth.
Stagnation.
So she'll call me at 3:00.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 5:00 dinner. What they call that? Evening. What that? After 5 when they drink and
Oh, happy hour.
happy hour. To go spend 2 hours with her friends.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Cool. She do that while I'm at work. Right?
Ooh, we got like 10 minutes, y'all.
Okay.
We got like 2 hours in though.
I called her. 3:00 in the morning. Say I'm going to happy hour with my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's disrespectful. You can't come to my house at 5:00 in the morning. Wait, you was with your friends for 2 hours. I don't work till 2:00.
I get what you're
You
saying.
follow where I'm coming from? Now when I get off, I'm spending 2 hours with my friends.
That's a
But
problem.
because she's not with me, see, if she's with me, I'd stay out till 6:00.
Mm-hmm. Then you got to have her with you.
And when I have her with me.
No, you got to have her with you.
That's
then.
what I'm saying. That's what she okay with that. Follow me? But I'm still the same man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still the same man.
That's it again.
Whether you with me or without me.
That's the
You
problem.
don't define, I mean, I don't define you.
And
You define me. You follow me?
It got to be balanced.
That is the balance.
Meaning, if she define you, then you
Yeah.
have to define her.
That is.
I do define
It have
her.
to always go both ways,
And
or we
listen.
gonna always have a problem.
Now, what
Yeah,
about
I
when
do.
you hear a man
The
say
problem.
that they are the most important thing and don't nothing.
Once again, I'm Red Bull. We just had a discussion about masculine and feminine energy versus the male and female. Not saying that it's we fighting against one another. Basically, experiences we had individually to put on the table so that we can discuss and give account to our views and point of views at those time, our perspectives. Once again, I'm Red Bull. I always like to end with social media. Be humble, become more knowledgeable. That way you won't be vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
All right, family. Next time.
Yeah, don't none of y'all get lost into the conversation. Everybody gonna have their emotions, but these people good people. They ain't. You get it?
Yeah, once
It's
again,
over now, so you see they all laughing. It wasn't never nothing. It's
Right,
just
right.
content, good discussion.
Yeah, and so that's what it was. We just,
It was intense. And I probably started the mess. So, but yes, it was good being with you guys today. We appreciate your comments and your questions, ladies. Thanks for having my back since two of them.
See what I'm talking
You know, I want to appeal to my masses at this point. I hope justice. Looking forward to doing this again. So much inside that I want to get out. But thanks again. This is Lynn, your friend.
And again, you know, I'm Antonio Twin Harris, running for City Council District 5 here in Fort Worth, Texas. You know what I'm saying? If you're not registered to vote, make sure that you're registered, and most importantly, that you vote. But if you're not, of course, I'm a registrar. Tap me on the shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Give me a call, text me, or whatever it takes to get you registered, because I am a registrar. Make sure that you get involved with politics, and because it's most important, it determines your life and your lifestyle. again, I'm Blue Bull, Xerox Twins. You know what I'm saying? There's Red Bull on the other end there, and Miss Lynn McPherson in between us.
How can they reach y'all?
Right.
Facebook or something?
Yeah, we on Facebook.
Xerox Twins start with a Z.
Yeah, Xerox.
Zerox. I'm gonna put the link in the description
Yeah,
so y'all can just click it.
Right.
And
And we always go live for the bereaved, sick, and shut in. We like for people to live vicariously through us, because we pay it forward. We know one day we may be in one of those predicaments, whether it be financially, physically, emotionally, or mentally. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I want to say also, our point of view speaking right now is not something that we're doing right now. You understand? We still all have growth that's going to happen. But what I was speaking from was from a past perspective, so that I can go back to that 21-year-old. You understand? I'm well over 21, but I can go back to that 20-year-old state of mind on how I felt. You understand?
this video is not about their current life or nothing like that. We are older. We just pulling from what we know to help all of y'all that might be going through
Exactly.
these.
So yeah, and once again, when I changed the word from marriage to companion, I like for you all to start looking at that as a way of viewing the person that you're with as a companion. That's my companion. I got to learn to compromise. You understand? So that's what I want you all to start viewing for your companion.
Still got some time.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
he'll speak forever.
Yeah, go ahead, y'all. You still got some time.
No,
if y'all want to say anything else,
of course, we sit here because we're learning, and I said I want to make sure that she know and understand that I'm not saying that I'm better or above her. I'm just saying that I'm just as important. That's all I'm saying. No, that's the reason I'm here is because I'm flexible.
y'all say he the arrogant one, but he the quietest one. He really the quietest one. If you pull up, he kind of chilling on the side.
This is what I noticed about what he was really saying, and if I'm not correct me, okay?
Yeah, they good peoples, man. They been taking care of me, y'all.
What he's really saying
real.
is when he make decisions as a whole, because he's gonna put everybody involved. Most of the time, when other people make the decision, with her, like if she makes the decision, it's gonna affect him directly. So if it affects him directly, then let him go ahead and deal with it. In other words, if you're driving the car and the tire got a nail in it, don't drive the car, because I got to come get you to fix the flat.
I get what you're saying.
So you understand? So I'm making the decision. I'm firm. Do not drive that car. Walk if you have to.
Right.
You follow me?
Whatever
Don't
problem
drive.
you gonna have, if it's gonna carry over on to me,
On
then
me.
at
I
least
don't
let
care
me make
what
half
you
the
do in
decision.
life. You understand? I tell people all the time, I don't care what you do in life. I have to learn because I got a twin brother. I don't care what you do in life. You understand? As long as it don't affect me directly, you do you.
Right.
But indirectly, it will affect me because I give a damn. You follow me? That's plain and simple.
Real
follow
talk.
me? I don't care what you do in your life if it don't affect me directly. Driving the car with the nail in the tire,
Gonna affect you, 'cause
that's
you got
gonna
to go
affect
get
me
him.
directly. So that's where I feel like he's really trying to say, you understand? And
He a good dude, I already
good
know
as
him.
gold. If anybody has ever been abused by that man, I am the one. You understand? If he's ever been kind to anybody, I'm the one he's been kind to. No one has ever felt the impact from him more than I have.
I got way more ego than he got. So that's my main thing. Cause when I'm around him, I know they all saying he got ego, but
Yeah.
y'all know, like I'm saying,
We
he
know
kind of
exactly.
quiet, man. He be like to the side.
Yeah, but
He's strong when he's speaking, but he not like arrogant or nothing like
exactly. So yeah.
that. He more somebody that been through things. He learned from his experience, however he do. You get my point?
Well,
But he
let's-
not like how y'all viewing him.
Let's put it like this, Silas. He was raised and reared by a female, our mother. Then after they say that 20, he did that for 20 years. That's 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Then he had to go do 10 years with just males.
In prison, yeah.
So everything that she showed him, they just eliminated.
Yeah, removed it from his
removed
mind.
that from his mind in half the time. You follow where I'm coming from? So that's basically what it is.
That's why I'm saying with him, he coming from 10 years of prison. Motherfucker come out of jail from 10 years, be finished.
Yes.
You could grind for 10 years and got a bachelor's degree. He hold the same as that person.
Exactly.
He put it in the work too. Otherwise, he'd be back in jail.
Exactly.
So how long you been free?
About 20 now. close
That's
to
20 digging himself out of a 10-year hole that most of y'all wouldn't have even last
But
through.
let me show you something cold-blooded about it.
So wherever he at, you still got to measure his growth.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
We
Let me
all
show you
growing
something
different.
cold-blooded. Yeah, I know it's about time. I'm gonna show you something cold-blooded.
Just in case it cut, I was going to end it with her.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh, what?
Three of us, we three men.
Yeah.
Y'all know I interviewed y'all already.
Yeah.
I can interview you and
Yeah.
let her get this last 3 minutes.
Well,
Might cut off before then, but you got it.
Well, really nothing to say other than the fact that I hope that women walk away feeling a sense of peace and really just take some of the practical advice and apply it. I mean, that's wisdom. I mean, to hear it and not do it, let's utilize this information that you have so graciously provided and implement it in our lives. I've been teaching my girls that you have to have impact every day. If you're not impacting people every day in some kind of way, you are almost useless. So, in my opinion, I feel like you have to be memorable or you're forgettable. So, as women, we got to take time to make sure that we are paving the way and that we're good for our families and that we're being, physically, emotionally present. I think that's a big thing. I work a lot, borderline workaholic, but I try to be present in the moment. So my time is very valuable to me as well. When I'm there, and I'm not texting, I'm there. So I want to make sure that women understand in order to be for our men, we got to be there for our men. So, if he's talking to you, you don't need to be texting or on TikTok and Facebook. I mean, you need to actually listen to what he's saying. So not necessarily he's looking for you to solve his problem, but just to be there. Because I think sometimes there's information like that we can glean at the moment that we will later use when he needs it.
It's
So-
Miss Lynn's birthday too, y'all.
Yay.
Y'all make sure y'all put them happy birthdays up there. I should have said that first.
And another
still
thing
good?
I want to say, I want to say also is, I started watching Silas many years ago, and through him, I learned to humble myself, and I know he don't like to use the word. Me humbling is becoming honorable. He used the word honorable. We were reared that way. And what I started doing is I started shedding personality and started producing and making my own character and building my own character. So now I'm a character, you understand, in a sense. Me and my twin, we watched one another, and the things that I didn't like that he did, I didn't do. Same way with him. So that's why we are, you understand, we firm with where we are because we have watched. You understand? We observe. And like I say, I'm not a big reader. I'm a listener. Regardless as to how much I talk, I do talk.
These is elders. They not young.
Right.
I don't want y'all to lose because y'all do that with me. And
Yeah.
they my elders.
And
So
so Silas has taught me to cleansing the spirit. And I tell people all the time, if you clean, then goodness cling to you.
if you can cry easy, you're a good person. I mean, if your eyes get watery fast, you're a good person.
Yeah.
You got a good spirit. You
Right.
still got
So
empathy
that's
there.
why I say I do give a damn. I don't care if it affects. It's gonna affect me indirectly. Me and my twin, we do a lot of community work. And when I said a lot of community work, this is where we get a real big disconnect with the females that we're with. Because we do go down the street and fix that flat. That's what we do. You follow me? Because when my twin is down the street fixing that flat, she can call me and I'll come fix hers.
Powerful.
So she got two men for the price of one. You follow where I'm coming from? Same way with the lady that I'm with. And they both know this. You understand? And so, as far as us being what you say, chauvinistic or anything like that, man, listen. If he's angry, he don't feel like doing it, she always got somebody else to call. That's the balance, you understand, that we have. And that's why I want people to know we're very well balanced. That's why we're the red and blue bull. Look at a bull, it has the steer on both sides.
Yeah, let me address the aggressiveness. And I tell people all the time, even when I'm speaking to the police, and I'm telling them what they're not doing right, using excessive force. I'm not being aggressive. I'm very assertive. Why? Because I know and understand some things that has subdued us to being subjected to a mentality that we didn't want, and we don't need. Again, the aggressiveness that you hear is just a passion in me for you to do better. As a person, as people, as an individual, it's strictly for you to do better. And again, I'm not one to say that I know it all, but it ain't too much that I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
They got lovely homes out here. We should have gave them a walk around. Some of y'all live in New York. Some of y'all live in New York. Y'all only seen an apartment before. It's a nice home too.
Yeah. So again, it's just my passion for people.
To understand.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't always say my people, but for people as well, as a whole. Why? Because we got to share this world. And our problem is that we've forgotten how to share. Yeah. And all this give and take has left us with nothing, because they have taken from us and they give us what they want. So again, when we learn how to share again, we won't want for nothing. So my passion is strictly a passion and not an aggression. Because again, I've been through some things. So now I don't want others to go through those things. And this is why I'm very meticulous about the word usage that we allow them to call us and to put on us, because they are not needed. And so now we need to stop and we start erasing all of the negativity that infiltrates our minds, and start loving each other. And again, I was talking to Silas, and we was talking about learning how to trust somebody. I shouldn't have to learn how to trust nobody. It should be a given. You follow what I'm saying?
Till they do something wrong, huh?
Tell them how you sound.
And again, we're the Xerox twins. Of course, we got Mr. Liam McPherson here between us. And I always go out with, we all we got, and we all we need. Take care of yourself and each other.
That's it, y'all? Y'all still got a little more time.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Y'all go ahead and rock out. Or I can end it. Let me know. Y'all done?
Yeah.
All right, they done. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this, man. It was a lot of deep wisdom in here.
Any questions?
If y'all have any questions before it cut off, that would be.
That would be all right.
Got about 2 minutes if y'all can get it up there before then. Let me see if there's any y'all actually missed.
Yeah, so, yeah. But for the most part, I think we had a
No,
really
they
good
just talking
discussion.
crazy talk.
It's talking crazy. I do it.
Yeah.
Nothing disrespectful though.
That's my people now.
Yeah, nothing disrespectful.
But you know, we've learned, like I say, character. You know, I wear these earrings because these earrings are symbolism to me to show I know who I am not. I don't know who I am, but I know who I am not.
Starts there.
You follow what I'm saying? So, you know, when someone call me black, a black man, whatever, I'm offended by that because that's not who I subscribe to be. I know once one subscribe to being that or accept that, then they'll put at a disadvantage in this society that we live in. So, you know, it's just one thing about it. When you accept the word black, you become second class. A second class citizen is not a citizen. Y'all didn't understand what I said. A second class citizen is not a citizen. That's why you would be put on the back burner. You understand? Like Nate Turner. Black is against the law because if I blackmail you, meaning I'm extorting you out of money, that's against the law. So when the police pull up behind you and he put that code out there, I'm behind a black male, you already know that he's behind a crime. are a criminal or a crime animal. So I like to always express that they look at us as criminals. They had a man to, they said they had a inmate to escape. How can an inmate escape? Because when he escaped, he's out. He's an outmate. You follow me? So you know what his nationality was or his skin color was. You
Right.
follow me? If it had been my skin color, it would have been a criminal that escaped. So even in the penal system, they use words and word tactics to keep us subdued under their jurisdiction. It's not the law. We're not functioning under the law. We're functioning under statutes, codes, policies, you understand, and those kind of things. So y'all don't never say the law. All right, family. Next time.
Peace.